Welcome to another episode. How y'all doing?
What episode is it?
167.
Okay. 167, Colonizers.
It was mistakes made, man.
Oh.
It's cool.
Shout out to Empress Rajiva G7, Grand Rising, and Grand Elevation to the Grand Return, One's Original Mind. Peace, love, and soul train to Duke, Travid. And to the chat, got rehearsed today. Catch y'all on the replay.
All right, see you
later. Peace.
Peace and blessings to Regina and the family. I can go to the other one. But yeah, Colonizers.
Who are the Colonizers?
Oh, it's a new, not new, but they kicking somebody else back in now. Like black people. We're gonna get to that. Oh Lord. I think a lot of this is gonna backfire. Politics, a lot of the propaganda coming. We're gonna get to it. Like I still want to remember that story, but it's whatever.
It ain't meant to be. If we didn't remember it ain't meant for us to talk about it.
There was a story we wasn't gonna get to, but I forgot it. But let's go ahead and get started with a more somber start. Rest in peace to Willie Amos, creator of famous Amos cookies, dies at 88. The creator of famous. Now, I'm gonna say something afterwards, but let's go ahead and get the applause and celebrate that he was able to still own his brand. Because we know a lot of these black brands from back then, especially, ended up getting sold off or, stolen. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Rest in peace to him and condolences to the family. Did you ever eat Amos cookies?
I did. As a child, but they're not healthy for you, so I don't eat them.
Oh, they're not
and
healthy.
He's married to a white woman, got biracial kids, and the money will not remain in the black community.
It's funny because before people even went and found it out, because it was just like, oh snap, he owned it and he passed away. They were like, man, those cookies wasn't.
They were stale as hell and dry.
Let's not do that, man. Rest in peace to him.
I wonder if his Karen, his white queen, helped him with that ingredients.
Yeah, they was
dry ass cookies.
I was surprised at how they was talking about it, man. Like, damn, what's going on? But it's what it is. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family. Black entrepreneur passed away. Very famous brand. Let's just keep it there, I guess.
He was a swirler. Let's keep it a fucking buck.
People were, yeah. As much as we talk about this man and kick his back in, the numbers are undeniable. Tyler Perry, Divorce in Black, drives more U.S. Prime Video subscriptions than any other Amazon MGM movie, studio says. I guess that's an applause.
Well,
and a couple gunshots at his haters.
Not for long.
Huh?
Not for long.
What do you mean?
Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be doing the remake of Roadhouse.
Okay.
And the white audience is going to flock to that and drive those numbers
up.
Look,
man, we don't care about that audience.
He will be defeated.
We don't care. But we have to acknowledge the man's audience follows him.
Black women.
It ain't just black women, it's older people. But when he went
to church, too.
Yeah. When he do his plays, they come out.
Who's the majority in the church?
When he took them to the movie theaters, they came out. When he went over to BET, they followed him. When he go to Netflix, they follow him. When he go to Amazon, they follow him.
So he has a following.
So they go wherever he go.
A cult.
They're worthy. It's like say what you want about him, but his audience buys. They spend money, which is very valuable with an audience. It's one thing to have a lot of people that watch you or know of you versus an audience that's willing to spend when you say buy. Like when he says
that means they believe in your product.
Not even that, they believe in you. They want you. They want to see you successful,
which means your product.
Yeah. So when he says I'm going to Amazon, they're gonna buy a subscription.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them did the free month. Like all the rest of us, create a new email and get a free month. But yeah, that's amendable. I mean, it is what it is. Say what you want about them. The man's audience follows him. Hold on, is it? Okay, yeah. His audience follows him. Let me go here. Let me just get a little bit of this. Tyler Perry's latest film, Divorce in Black. Hold on, y'all. Come on, thing. Okay. I just want to read this first paragraph. Tyler Perry's latest film, Divorce in Black, only drew. Not only do
20
strong
seconds.
viewership. Pretty good. Considering 11 the time that was on the debut. Now, how many more movies you think they got coming through Tyler Perry because of that?
You got a couple more coming through.
You're gonna ride that wave for a couple
Probably so.
for a couple movies at least. You got to, honestly. You can't really blame him. All right, let me show. Jonathan Majors can't hold back tears while expressing his
Van
love
Jones Jr.
for Meagan Good. Now, this was on Zeus Network. This is like a Zeus Network award show, I guess, presented by. Is that a fall, you think? I mean, Zeus is a large platform. Say what you want about what you think their content is. It is what it is. And it's clear that Jonathan Majors is going anywhere he can get in front of a black audience. Or what he deemed to be a black audience.
He's trying to build back up his audience, I guess.
He's trying to build a core audience, I think.
Oh, you think he never had one?
Well, let's be honest. Did he not just come out of nowhere, kind of? I mean, he was in some movies that we know of, but was he really... Okay, what was that movie, Love?
Lovecraft. It wasn't a craft. It was a show on HBO.
Yeah, that wasn't his first movie or TV show, but that was kind of his more biggest introduction. Would you agree? Before that show, a lot of people would say that they didn't know who he was.
Wasn't he in The Great Debaters?
No,
or was
that was
Nate?
the other dude. That was Nate.
Okay.
That was a Nate guy.
He was also in The Five Bloods on Netflix.
Okay, that would be his real debut to the bigger audience.
He was in something else. I don't remember.
But Five Bloods was probably the biggest debut he had. Then he did the Lovecraft Country. So he kind of didn't really have time. He ain't had many movies or projects in to consider himself to have a core audience at that point.
He did something. I can't remember what it was.
But would you agree those was the first two big projects he had? Oh, no. Last Man in San Francisco.
Yeah. Something. I knew he did something. I don't think I've ever watched that movie, though.
No, I didn't. But it's a movie that's highly recommended by the people who saw it. It's one of those more artsy movies, I guess.
Let me see what this Crybaby Movies is.
But let me just show the video of him on stage thanking Meagan Good for standing by him.
I love you. I love you beyond all limit. With all my strength. With all my heart.
You think it was a bit much?
Not if you mean it.
If he's on stage, what do you think about public crying?
I don't cry in public.
I said when you see someone, there's always a certain belief by people when someone goes on the internet in particular. Let's say you go on the internet, somebody goes on the internet with a phone in their face and they're crying. People automatically assume there's some manipulation or some clout chasing going on. Would you agree?
Will you cry in public?
No, on the internet in particular.
Yeah, you're seeking attention.
So if somebody goes on an award show and he ain't just crying, he is wallowing. His tears are flowing. This isn't a situation where he's just making the voice. His tears are flowing.
Must have sniffed a whole bag of onions or something.
Yeah.
I love you.
Then the accent.
You was tough and strong when you done carried me so many nights. I love you. Through the fire.
Hey, everyone, get that shout out to Honorable Sienna. Hey, everyone, get that monster off the screen.
I can't help but laugh at this part right here. It's hilarious.
Through the fire.
Now, this is the Hollywood Unlocked. So this is not Zeus. This was Hollywood Unlocked. This is what's his name?
Who? Jason?
Jason Leo. Now,
this the same award show that he gave out Cardi B and all that shit?
Yeah.
Man, get out of here with this bullshit. Perseverance?
Something like that.
Honorable Sienna, I missed that moment. Knew y'all would cover it.
Yeah. Jason, let me say this about Jason Lee. A lot of these people have more influence than we think because maybe we don't care about certain things that they've done or we don't look at their platforms as something to follow. But Jason Lee apparently has a lot of connections. I'm not just talking about the industry. He's one of those.
Is he Jewish? Is his white parent Jewish?
I don't know. He has a lot of connections with the streets.
Oh.
Apparently, he's the person who funneled the connection between Whack 100 and Kanye West over the Kim Kardashian sex tape, the second one.
Oh, his ass would be involved with some shit like that.
This is alleged. Obviously, Karen Civil, the fixer herself, she was a part of it. So Jason Lee, I'm gonna say this now: the fact that he's walking around the White House for press and all that stuff for black press, do not be surprised in the next 10 years if Jason Lee is a real power player. I'm telling you, do not be surprised if that platform
to give out assiduous awards.
Do not be surprised if that platform of his becomes a real power player in the next decade. You know, it is what it is. But anyway, you think it's been authentic?
Hell no.
You think that relationship is even real still?
No. I still don't believe it's real. Prove me wrong, Meagan.
What she supposed to do to prove it wrong?
Prove me right. Prove me wrong. Which
one is it? You prove you right? No, you saying prove you right.
I want her to prove me wrong that the relationship is in fact authentic.
Okay.
Biracial mentality challenge, non-Jewish. He worked in the community. Community organizers are of value on the West Coast. He was just running from somebody.
Oh yeah, he did just run for office. And somebody else just won a seat. Some other celebrities. Oh, the former NBA player just won a seat in Minnesota.
He was running for office.
Yeah, Jason Lee did run for office. I don't know if he won.
Well, he didn't win.
It don't even matter. Now I'm in politics. I ran.
So he's tackling all angles. He's in a political music,
gossip, music,
and you have to
industry.
Be involved in all aspects when you're trying to be a powerhouse.
Telling you, Jason Lee, another 10 years. Whatever you think about his platform now, do not be surprised if it's impactful in the next decade or so. Quick story on this.
Did you just put this up?
No. It's a quick story. We're not gonna spend much time on this anyway. Y'all remember the white girl, the B-boy white girl we laughed at last week? Or the week before last was that? Oh yeah, week before last, I think. She's saying now they're saying that it might have been an experiment.
He did win with that what is that? Girdling outside his clothes.
But so the woman who was a part of the breakdancing at the Olympics, now they're saying it was some sort of social experiment. But then they said it wasn't. Remember how terrible she was? She clearly didn't know how to do this.
Oh, that was the one that was doing gym exercises on the floor.
Doing a worm and shit. Yeah, so now they're saying that it was more of a social experiment. And people are now attacking her. People are attacking her saying, you were mocking it then.
Uh-huh.
So she's saying she was getting a lot of backlash and a lot of threats. And it turned to the victim, obviously. And people started coming out and going at her. Now.
They were going at her because she was a bad break?
No, because based off of what they found out that she wasn't really a break dancer. She was just doing some type of, somehow she beat people to get there. There was a few people in America that were, it was a black woman who was a break dancer.
And she didn't make it?
She didn't make it. And they let them women from America go. And they were like, what the hell? There's actual break dancers in America, obviously. How the hell do y'all let the people that go up there for America get up there?
That's crazy.
Especially on the women's side. Now, I already knew the men's side was going to be a lot different, but the women's side was not very good. It was terrible, actually. So now that, they're making a race thing, like, y'all just letting these white women just walk up there and just do what they want to do without even having any actual attachment.
We have to have actual talent, and they don't have to have actual talent.
So they was on her ass. Speaking of vultures, that's what they were calling her, a culture vulture. Post Malone. You know Post Malone. Post Malone got a few songs that people...
None of these articles were loading.
Oh, they weren't?
No.
Post Malone admits he drank alcohol to deal with being called a culture vulture. Now, I'm pretty sure the first time you saw Post Malone, he was a hip-hop artist.
No, but I knew he did like hippie grass music.
That folk music?
Folk. Notice how quiet the Latinx... Oh, shit. It's gone.
Oh, I'll go to this.
Okay, notice how quiet the Latinx who were claiming to be a foundation of hip-hop have been about this.
Well, yeah, they didn't care. And did any of them go to the Olympics?
Because
I don't think there were any... I know there was Asians heavy. There was a few blacks.
You mean from America?
Yeah, there was 2 black people. There was a mainly Asians and a sprinkle of white.
Yeah, I don't think we had any
So
Latin people.
So the people who quote unquote started breakdancing, they didn't go. They decided not to support the art they created. Wow.
Well, they're the creators, so they don't have to do it. They don't want to go out there and outclass everybody.
Yeah, they want to let other people indulge in the culture
because they would, it would be no bars.
Yeah,
they would win.
It would be close. It wouldn't even be close. So Post Malone, as you said, he did a little bit of folk music when he first came. Then he clearly did a hard right and went hip hop, hardcore, grill with the braids. Had a song called White Iverson.
He was dabbling in between.
He didn't dabble. He did full hip hop, 2 full hip hop albums, which are still his highest selling albums to this day.
He did hip hop albums, but he also included some of that grassroots hippie folk music
in his hip hop.
Some of the albums.
In his hip hop. Both those albums, those 2 hip hop albums, both did over 450K first week. Since he's quote unquote left hip hop, he hasn't done over 200, except his last album they think might do. This album he just released.
That's the country music.
You're saying this one might do 2 something. But before that, it had been 180, 160. So his highest selling albums still are hip hop. Then he shitted on hip hop, saying it was how he said he shitted on hip hop in an interview, saying he's not a hip hop artist. He don't think it's very positive. It's negative, yada yada yada. It's not something he views as the main thing he loves and all that stuff. He talked greasy. So when he decided to pivot from hip hop, he did it hard. Like he talked shit about hip hop and left, huh?
That's what they all do.
Miley Cyrus did it too.
That's what I'm about to say.
It was overly sexualized.
She does the country music. She did the same thing. She did that little album, then hopped right back out of it.
And then not only did she say it was over sexual, she sexualized herself. Nobody wanted to see you up there doing that shit. You got mocked for doing it. But anyway, so let me show this. Post Malone admits in a new interview that he drank a lot to deal with being labeled a culture vulture early in his career. Post Malone drank to cope with criticism. On Sunday, Posty sat down with CBS Sunday Morning in an interview about his upcoming country album, F1 Trillion. During the sit-down, which can be seen below, the Dallas native talked about dealing with the backlash of being called a culture vulture when he started his career as a hip-hop artist. It sucked. I was a kid, Post said around the 2-minute mark of the interview, admitting that he took to drink as a form of self-medication to deal with stress. It's hard not to take it personal. Post admitted his music is what kept him grounded. It's not that people who hate you, he added, it's for the people who love you and yourself. Let me ask you a question. If you keep letting people in, is it really culture vulturing? If there's no gate up, no more.
It sounds like it's welcome to all.
There's no gate. So if I can walk in and dabble in this and step out, is it culture vulturing? Or is it just me, just like you said, dabbling in many genres? Is it culture vulturing for Beyonce to do a country album?
No.
Why not?
Because we invented country music.
So Post Malone doing it is culture vulturing. You don't agree with that, or you agree?
Well, they would say it's not culture vulturing because he's a white man.
You mean you said it's not?
For him, it would not. I'm
talking about him dabbling in hip hop.
Yes, it's a form of culture vulturing.
Because he's white.
Yes.
But his music, I thought music was for everyone.
No, I never said that music was for everyone.
I'm not saying about your based off your opinion. We hear people say it all the time, music is just music.
That can't be so. Because when you go to different places that have music, you can't just go over there and do their shit. What's that tribe? What's that over there overseas? It's not Australia.
Sorry.
Sounds like an album roll over article.
I think you mean roll out article. Yeah. It definitely was a rollout. Yeah. What was the album you talking about overseas?
It's not an album.
I'm sorry. What you say?
It's that group that does that dance.
Jabberwockies?
No, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right before they play sports, they do their traditional tribal dances.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that New Zealand?
Yes, New Zealand or the other one.
Haka dance.
And remember, they have hip hop artists.
Yeah.
And they were saying that hip hop is for everybody, but you cannot copy them because if you do that, that is still their culture.
Yeah, in New Zealand they have that documentary came out. They were saying how they
talked about that like last year.
No, that was like 2 years ago.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah, they were saying how hip hop is global. It's not owned by anyone.
Like blackness is global.
I mean,
so
like I said, I don't. All right, then there's no gates and you let people in. We just had a conversation with Drake for the last couple months. When Post Malone came in, y'all all put your arm around him. He had a song called White Iverson. Y'all didn't care. Not y'all, you. I'm saying in general, y'all didn't care. Y'all put your arm around him. Y'all did features with him. All type of stuff.
I didn't know that song till like a year ago.
Mm-hmm. Y'all validated him.
I'm serious.
Y'all validated him in the culture, and then when he decides, well, I'm white, then you mad.
I like Post Malone with the melodies.
I ain't gonna lie, that song he got with Sway Lee.
It's another song. It's like a winter fall song. You know, the whites make great depressing songs. Shout out to Brian Lemie. Peace Good People just came back from the Caribbean Festival in Raleigh. It was live. A lot of Caribbean parades and dancers.
Yeah. you over there shaking the tail feather, brilliant. You was out there looking at them Caribbeans having a celebration of their culture in Raleigh.
Exactly. That's why I tell you, it don't matter where you go now. It's all over everywhere. Back when I was in North Carolina, maybe it was so we just didn't know about it.
Oh, with the film. All right, I understand.
That's what he say. Everything that is African American is up for grabs just because we have to support the black ammunition to get money. All begotten for sale is our culture. Well,
unfortunately, we don't know how to. I said this before. We don't know how to sell our culture. We don't know how to commercialize it ourselves. We don't know how to package it and sell it. So other people do it for us. We become the product of our own culture. Matter of fact, we buy our culture sold to us from other people in our culture.
Brilliantly, did they have any Caribbean artists?
No, I'm pretty sure they was playing their music.
What's the name of their music?
What you mean? I don't know what culture it is. If
Jamaican.
It's Jamaica, it's reggae, dancehall,
you know, Caribbean.
soca.
I just automatically think of Jamaica for some reason.
They're the top dogs in the Caribbean. That's what they say. So you got soca, you got reggae,
Who the top
dancehall
dogs globally.
Look at you.
Forget all this miniature shit.
Yeah, I just saw that there's an Ethiopian day in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's why I said, what's the point of going back to the South? It's no different.
No, it's different.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Just because there's other cultures there don't mean that the majority ain't what it is.
I might as well stay up here in the North, West, with the whites. Later today and tomorrow live shows. Okay. He said later today and tomorrow live shows.
Now, let me just show this to y'all, too. To show y'all the extreme difference between Post Malone.
Can you get some live footage, Brian Lemie, and send it?
Now, this was Post Malone when he was a hip-hop artist. Looked like a dude trying to copy the Houston swagger.
Wigger. What's the name of that? Who that artist
swagger.
From Texas?
Who you talking about?
Shout out to On Code 24/7. FBA Power. What's the Paul Wall?
Oh, yeah.
Paul Wall. One gender does know how to sell the culture. Everyone stealing it is shielded by their access to black men. Damn.
No. See, you're saying we know how to give the culture away or let people in. I'm saying black people don't know how to be at the forefront, being the people selling it. Damn, we know how to let other people use it to sell it. Like an artist, they go to a label. You don't need to go to a label. You can do it yourself. You have the backing.
That picture is, airbrushed and all things have been done with that picture.
Now this is him now.
That's a white man from Tennessee. Even though he's from Canada, ain't he?
Both pictures is Texas. Black Texas and country cowboy Texas. Even though that's black cowboys, I know. We don't gotta go into that. But it's clearly a marketing PR. It's clearly a difference of what audience he's trying to target.
Beyonce did the same thing. But she is from Texas.
She is from Texas as well.
She's from Texas. But did she dress like that in Texas growing up?
She might have, actually, because they have those, what's called...
Shout out to Ashley Ariel, 89. Gatekeep the culture. Shalom, everyone. I'm not saying it's not a we, it's men. So she's saying...
I'm saying I don't believe neither knows how to really profit from the culture, is what I'm saying. They know how to go to people that'll give them pennies on a dollar to buy the culture and sell it to other people. And then sell it back to his own people.
I don't like Post Malone.
Now, I don't care for him, but I'm not going to sit here and say he don't have songs that aren't good.
Well, Sway Lee really made the song.
We could say that, but it was a good song. And there's other songs he got without those people that's decent too. Wasn't he just on Beyonce's album?
Who?
Post Malone. He was just on Beyonce's album.
I don't know.
And he was on Taylor Swift's album.
Honorable was Post Malone on Beyonce's album.
And by the way, because the Beyonce fans were a little bit annoyed that when he was on the Beyonce album, he just threw up a post saying, glad to work with Bae, like a comment. But when he worked with Taylor Swift, he made a whole post dedicated to, oh, it's so great working with
Well, that's because he was switching over to country music.
Exactly.
And he was trying to get her audience.
But she's not really country, is she?
Yes, she is considered country. She
She
dabbles between the country and the pop world. She definitely dressed like that before. Without stylist, she looks bad, really bad. Shout out to Mystery Man. Just announced a pole dancing in the next Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Olympics. Is that going to be from Atlanta?
Now, hold on. We could talk. Hey, pole dancing is a talent.
And you know what? It's some of their bodies are really in shape. They get a great workout from that.
If you look at some of those, in LA, you look at some of those.
LA.
You look at some of those women.
She just announced crip walking in the Olympics.
If you look at some of those women that do pole dancing, it's equal as entertaining as the gymnastics.
Shit, on pole, everything goes.
It might be a little bit more, honestly.
I skipped those songs. Only Spaghetti Gets Played today.
Damn. I think that was not a bad album that Beyonce released.
You know what? I don't remember no songs off the album.
I do.
Oh.
I can't remember. I can't verbatim tell you the name because I normally play them and just let them play. But there's about 5-6 songs in there that I
Except
really
for obviously the 2 singles she put out.
Oh, yeah. Carriages and what's the name? All right, now this is the comparison. Y'all know who this is?
I don't know who that is.
Let me show you a modern picture of him.
Oh, Vanilla.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock was a rapper.
We know Kid Rock was we know that.
My point is, he went from this to being a hardcore
conservative.
Not just conservative, Confederate flag waving.
Well,
Southern.
He's from the South, and some people view that as.
Yeah, that's true. If you look at David Banner, he got videos with the Confederate flag.
It's not just white people that do that. Black people in the South do that as well.
What do you think about those people, those black people that support the Confederate flag? Because it's a flag for the South. So
because the South lost. So why are you still...
That's from the black people.
The same thing for those Negroes.
You think it's worse?
Well, it's a double for them. For sure. Trust no troglodyte. KKK. A lie, don't care who tell it. You not being able to name songs, speak volumes.
Honorable. I like songs off the album. I don't have to lie. I like songs off of that album. Now it's country music, and it's I don't go to it every day. Of course, that ain't my go to. But I like that. I like the album. Okay, we in the middle of the year now. Is that song still album of the year, or is that song gonna be in contention for album of the year?
Who?
Beyonce.
I can't say that because
I don't think it is.
I ain't listening to that.
I think
shit.
I think Future album is better. ScHoolboy Q album. So
Kid Rock was shit about black men and he turned against them. Same with Post.
Hold on, Kid Rock got a
what? He got a black baby mama.
He got a black baby mama. He was so engulfed in it, he went all the way.
So he got the numbers up.
No, he got his numbers up on that side. Yeah, the white numbers. Yeah.
Well, according to Sienna, he got the numbers up.
Oh yeah, he got it. The kid is black, according to Sienna. Yeah, that's a black boy. That's a black man or a black daughter. I don't know if it's a male or female.
Slave baby mama. Foreplay.
Oh Lord. Hold on, let me play this one. Like, what is this?
I'm gonna be a nigga for life.
Oh no, that's ScHoolboy. I'm gonna be a nigga for life.
ScHoolboy made the shower playlist, nothing else, and without TikTok, many of the songs would have faded.
You don't like Beyonce, so I understand.
Speak on her honorable. Black or biracial baby mama?
I think you mean black man.
Black man?
Yeah. Oh no, you're right. She might be
saying listening to Beyonce.
It's Beyonce. What's wrong with that? But no, she might be saying baby mama because she's saying black or biracial. Is she black or biracial? I haven't seen her. I just know she's black.
She definitely saying baby mama because when you say that black women are dating outside the race, she always has to emphasize: is it a black woman or is it a biracial?
All these things.
But when it's a black man, there's no distinguishing the two.
Yeah. We see. Anyway, speaking of culture vulture and stealing, the weirdest 3 billion people data breach.
She qualifies the half bakes on the men's side.
Oh yeah, half baked. Yeah. Now, this is a crazy story. National Public Data, a company that collects personal data to resell and process background checks, is a target for a proposal of class action lawsuit alleging it is the source of a massive data leak that includes information like social security numbers and more on reportedly 3 billion people.
Now, as of July 11th, 2024, there was a count that they said there was 8.2 billion people globally.
Yeah.
So we could be one of the
that's what I'm
3.2
saying.
billion that has our social security number just floating out there.
Everybody in this chat,
No grown man listens to B by themselves. Are y'all some new niggas? Well, don't put y'all. See, no. Y'all separate me from Duke. Don't put me in this shit with Duke. This is what Duke chooses to do.
Well,
Don't say y'all.
Hold on. Now a grown man can't listen to R&B.
Sounds like an album rollout.
That's old.
The sisterhood don't hold each other accountable.
That's fact. But hold on. When did it become a crime for a grown man to listen to R&B? If all you do is sit around and listen to hip hop, I don't think you balance.
They like hearing niggas' voices, I suppose.
Oh, that's a good one. I like hearing women sing. Yes.
Black women in particular have the best.
I don't want to hear
voices.
people rapping. And
Now there's some black men that give them some run. They give them a run for their money.
I don't want to sit around watching men. I mean, hearing men sing and rap all day. I mean, I want to hear women too.
I don't like watching men on TV all day.
I mean, I'm just saying, your prerogative. Anyway, the craziest part about this story, about all this.
Who's your favorite sensitive thugs? No, don't say sensitive thugs to me. Don't say sensitive. Say sensitive thug. Don't qualify. Don't put me in the same parameter with Duke. This is Duke by himself.
See, brilliant. This is what they call toxic masculinity.
Oh,
Yeah, that bullshit. Hey, the craziest part about this story, I'm gonna move on from this now.
toxic my ass.
The crazy part about this story is this was reported that all these people, social security number was hacked, and no one cares really. You could tell shit people down bad because no one cares.
What did I say?
What?
If it would have been money,
Oh, if it would have been SSI,
a supplement, supplement security
if it
income.
would have been people's fixed income, it would have been uproar.
Need hugs.
But yeah, do y'all even care that people might have y'all SSN? Like,
yeah.
do people even care? We at the end. No one cares.
I care.
Well, you can buy stuff and do stuff in your name and destroy your credit and stuff. Now, if you already ain't got no bad, you got no bad,
I
no
have
good
great
credit.
Great.
But then, even when you get reported as stolen identity, it don't always help. It's like, well, yeah, but they still did it in your name, so.
No, I'm gonna go and acting a fool. Sounds like credit repair to me.
Oh,
Our social security number is on the stock market. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true, Uncle.
We are stock in this country, but in this business, should I say?
In this business,
America is a company. It's a business. I just think nobody even caring about the stories is hilarious. It's like, who cares?
I wouldn't have one. When we'll deal with it when we have to deal with it. I suppose.
Yeah, when if I get jammed up, I'll make sure.
Like, you remember that black woman that had bought a house, and then somebody from India, somebody had taken her house with her social security number and then changed the name.
Yep, she bought a house. They took her house.
Yeah,
and when they found out it ain't your house, they still was like,
there's nothing they can do.
Nothing they can do. It's in their name. They own it. That's
Scandalous shit.
Took that woman's house. Crazy. All right. Speaking of let me go to this right quick.
Chris Brown.
I just told you the people who care, all the credit repair persons. I would be one of the motherfuckers to steal my identity and take all this shit. Let me start over. Fuck it. I don't need to start over. I'm good.
Bro said, "Go ahead, do me a favor."
Cause that shit done.
He said, "Don't threaten me with a good time." All right, let me play this right here. Let me tell me what y'all think about Tank's new. He been going around saying this a lot. I think he do this to get headlines at this point.
Well, he do this to draw attention to R&B.
That too, because he know the lightning rod
for men.
Yep, the lightning rod, good or bad, negative or positive, is Chris Brown.
Because this gonna get well, it's not gonna get the black community in a tizzy. It's also gonna get the whites who love our Michael Jackson and tizzy too.
And this is really more of a black discussion. We don't care what they.
It's some whites that have said, "What? Has Chris Brown ever made somebody fall out on a stage?"
Oh yeah, he made somebody lead a man for him.
Michael Jackson in charge Michael Jackson wasn't out here prostituting himself for after shows, getting money though, selling themselves.
It's not prostitution.
It is prostitution. Extend your credit to me if you good. If you that good, we can never have too much.
Let me ask y'all a question, because we had this debate. If somebody has a concert and after the concert they do pictures, and in those pictures the fans can decide whatever pose they want to do, whatever.
That's a form of prostituting yourself. Yes, it is.
Because they have to pay.
In this picture, you can do whatever you want to do, or I will do whatever you tell me to do. That's prostituting.
No. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm standing here and you make the pose.
Wait a minute. So when they took pictures, His hand was automatically shaped like that to grip their ass
They
when
asked
they
him
had
to
that.
do it.
So he's doing what they telling him to do.
Hold on.
That's
when you say tell
prostituting.
him what to do, I don't think you. Okay, he's touching them, but he's not touching them in a.
He is touching them in a suggestive, sexual way.
Well, fuck it, they asked for it. How is that prostitution? There's no
Because when
sex
you go
going
to a
on.
prostitute, they do whatever you tell them to do. There's parameters around that, but they do what you tell them to do.
So for
I'm
$1,100,
paying you for a service, and you do what the fuck I tell you to do.
so wait, you pay me $1,100 and you ask me to pick you up and grip your ass. That's
Yeah.
prostitution.
Low-key prostitution. Michael Jackson should never be mentioned. The qualifier should be the amount of real albums that were actually purchased.
Are you saying Mike got fake albums to purchase this? Or you saying which one you saying got fake album purchase? Or you saying Chris got fake
I think
album?
she talking shit about Chris.
Okay.
Did they Terry Crews him or not?
Well,
Hell yeah. I'm
no,
pretty sure-
no, they did not grip him in any way.
Wait a minute, dude. We have not seen every picture out there that
Well,
Chris
the ones
Brown
that went
has.
viral were the ones that were considered the most salacious.
Some people probably didn't post that shit.
No.
That's sacred to them. They want to keep that to themselves.
All right.
Some cracker put him on the corner, and he turned the trick. Wow, yeah, that's what he doing out here. That's prostitution.
That's not prostitution. But anyway,
So would you do it?
it depends. I
Let's
have different
say,
politics and social
Let's say
beliefs.
we took this shit on the road,
And,
we're doing meet
let
and
me say
greets
that. Hold
behind
on,
the
I gotta
stage,
go. I gotta go. Let's
and
say
we're charging a fee, and a person says, "Dude, I want you to grab my ass when you take a picture with me." What are you gonna
It
do?
depends. Go ahead. Hold on. I'll get to it.
Artists today aren't selling albums
Okay.
like Michael Jackson. They all disqualify.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I agree with that part. Nobody ain't really buying no album.
So what you gonna? Oh, Brian laughing about us saying going on the road.
Yeah, I don't think he is. If we had an audience,
How you gonna
hold
go on
on.
the road?
If we had an audience of 500,000 people and we could go on the show and get 2,500 people in a room to just do a regular show, and after the show, a black woman, say, "Hey, can we take a picture?"
I don't mind taking pictures.
Okay, so
I'm not charging for pictures though.
we're not asking. We talking about in this scenario.
That's
we
in the
money
package
hungry,
you get?
We are money hungry capitalists. We charging.
So in this package, this bundle that we're giving them,
It's
part
not a
of that
bundle.
is you're able
It's
to
a
take
show, and after the show, you can pay this to get a picture.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm not asking you about that. I'm talking about the part about the picture. Would you have a certain parameters?
Yeah,
of which
so
you
there
wouldn't?
would be certain parameters.
So no touching.
No touching.
All right. I don't believe you, but all right.
Well, you don't have to believe me. People
All right.
didn't believe that. People didn't believe Jesus Christ either.
Nigga, you ain't Jesus. All right, let me play what Tank said. Hold on. What the? Hold on, y'all.
Chris Brown
Now I pay, and you gotta take the pic.
Yeah, they might make you do it.
Make who do?
Like,
Make who do
I-
what?
Like, nigga, I pay, do it.
Do what?
Do what I tell you to do in this picture.
Okay.
Chris Brown is in fact better than Michael Jackson.
What? Do you understand what you're saying?
I done had some chicks make some wild advancements in the past. Can you kiss me, finger me in the clubs and bars? Chicks wild, for real, for real.
There's no difference in the perverted nature of men and women. It's just funny how they always put it on the man.
If Kiefer trying to get gripped up by dude, we not judging
Hold
either.
on. That's a woman in a relationship. What are you doing? Honorable, you seen want to get gripped up by Travis. Well, how about that?
Honorable Sienna don't want to get gripped
She still
up
want
by
that
me.
red velvet cake?
No, she want me to bring the red velvet cake
To
to
her
her
and
and her
another
man,
nigga.
like I'm a damn lappy, and say, nigga, get the fuck on. And that ain't never fucking happening.
All right, let me finish this.
Tank, do you understand what you're saying?
Shaking
man?
my head.
I mean, you admired your revenge.
Blasphemy.
You're associated with music, my brother. Everybody loves and respects you.
If there was Magic Johnson, now there is LeBron James. That is the ultimate evolution of a man who can play all five positions.
Red velvet.
Cake,
Talk about
nigga,
Chris
cake.
Brown. We're talking about the evolution of Michael Jackson, the evolution of Usher, the evolution of me, the evolution of Genuine. That is what this kid is.
Oh, come on, Tank. Tank, come on, man. Come on, man. When I saw Chris Brown perform, he's the best in the world right now. The best in the world.
We got a question about that too. We're gonna ask in a minute. Hold on.
One. I'm just challenging the next level. Like, I didn't know there was a next level after Michael Jackson.
Chris Brown.
All right. Now let me show this. He said, this is what Tank had to say. Vocal ability, CB better than MJ. Writing ability, CB better than MJ.
I thought the man was a sports commentator. Why is he covering everything black?
Because he's trying to be more centered in everything culture now.
Red velvet cake or red light special?
Production ability, CB better than MJ. Dancing ability,
Mike is king.
CB better than MJ. I know you're going to say MJ catalog is crazy, songs are classic, etc.
Tank, MJ, and Chris is blasphemy.
etc. But that was because of a lot of great people involved who are some of the greatest of what they do. That's true. Mike has some of the greatest. I'm gonna leave it at that. CB orchestrates his own movement from studio to visual to show. No handouts, no sponsors. All the while the world was against him.
That's true. I mean, he's moving as an independent artist. Michael Jackson had a huge machine behind him.
He had the machine behind him, but he's
had the machine behind him since he was a little boy.
But there was a time when the machine went against him.
But he had already established himself by then.
Chris had already established himself.
But he wasn't as far in as Michael Jackson was. Chris Brown is multifaceted. He's good at everything. He's good at basketball. He does art.
People gonna say what they got to do with
dancing,
music.
singing, writing. He's just a multi-talented person.
Well,
Tank trolling.
Some of Mike's biggest songs, Mike wrote. But we know he had
writers.
He had some of the greatest writers ever right there. Stevie won all those people. But I mean, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm
do it.
I'm gonna take Chris Brown.
Vocability, who?
Chris Brown. I've always said I don't think Michael Jackson is a great singer. I think he's a great performer.
I think he can sing.
Next, what's the next one?
Michael or
Parameter.
Look.
My crossover appeal was massive.
Do we care about his crossover appeal?
We always got to include the whites. Hold on, Cole. We gonna include the whites in this conversation?
Exactly.
Chris ain't good at everything. Those Caribbean and Asian women fix that boy. Wow, Honorable Sienna.
Writing ability.
When it's the light skins, she call them boys.
Yeah, we see you. Writing ability.
Just like Miss Ann.
Writing ability. I can't quantify that.
I cannot qualify that.
We can go back and look at credits and stuff, but whatever. So
I ain't got time for that.
Who wrote songs that you like more, or who got songs you like more?
Whose songs will be
Mike? We ain't gotta do that. Yeah, Mike.
Nostalgic.
Mike's songs is gonna last. It's been lasting for 30 years now, so it's gonna keep going.
But we can't say that because we living in it.
Little
Vocals,
kids,
Mike.
Little kids, 5 years old, is singing Mike doing the moonwalk.
Okay.
But they had that whole thing about Michael Jackson being as famous as Jesus at one point. I thought it was blasphemy. Like, that's just crazy. But he was the most famous man on the planet at one point. Him, Mike Tyson, a few others. It was anywhere he go in any country. Even discussing this is nasty word. Nasty word.
Nobody sees Chris Brown as light skinned. We get the Bobby Brown bad boy edit. Don't ask us how. It just is. So he's light skinned with dark skin.
He's a light skin, but I'm still a dark nigga. That's Drake.
That ain't Drake.
That's Drake that said that.
He don't qualify that for that.
I'm just saying.
He's biracial.
I would just saying the line, Travis. But anyway, production.
You like Mike Tyson was a famous black?
Mike Tyson was one of the most famous people on the planet. He was a heavyweight champion of the world. Same thing with Muhammad Ali.
He still is famous to this day. That Drake line is insulting. Blame it on the Boogie gets played in here daily. My son favorite song.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Mike gonna last forever. Anyway, production ability.
I don't play that shit.
Whatever. Dancing. Let's just get to the last one. Dancing. Who you think is the better dancer between Mike and Chris?
Chris.
Performer.
Chris.
I think Mike. Mike was definitely more. It was more, what's the word? Extravagant. It was big. He thought,
What about his dance moves?
I think are we criticizing Michael Jackson's dancing ability? What are you doing?
You ever see Michael Jackson just do flips and shit on the stage?
Yes.
Like back to back.
Flips?
Yes.
Man, more than flips. I hate when y'all do that to Chris.
No. I'm just asking a question.
Attribute of his dancing is doing backflips.
I'm asking you.
No.
Did you see Michael Jackson do all that type of stuff?
No.
So, okay, then what are we talking about
but
here?
Mike was more than just doing backflips. I mean,
Chris Brown is more than just doing back.
If I meant to say, I'm going to say Chris Brown more than just doing backflips.
Famous blacks, I was thinking of OJ and Michael Jackson. Got to add Tyson to the list.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson.
Are you kidding? Watch The Wiz. Well, y'all know I ain't never seen The Wiz. That's a ripoff of.
Rip off. That's disrespectful.
That's a parody. A limpoon.
Oh, last question.
Pasquinade.
Because I'm not even going to dignify you dissing Mike dancing.
Burlesque.
Listen.
Satire.
Who's the better performer right now? Beyonce? Or who's the better performer in this generation? Beyonce or Chris Brown?
That's hard. That's hard because don't want to be misogynistic.
And I'm gonna say right now, Sierra is one of the most overrated dancers.
Sierra alone, leave Sierra alone.
We were lied to. Go back and watch Sierra dancing videos.
Sierra is not a bad dancer.
I didn't say bad. We were lied to though.
What were we lied to about?
We were lied to about her being compared to Chris Brown. Remember when they had that whole run about who's the better dancer, Chris Brown or Sierra?
I'm not sure if I would. Oh, he said Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Don't tell us you didn't watch The Wiz with your chest out like that, half baked.
Oh shit!
Listen here, Spook. I didn't fucking watch The Wiz. I watched The Wizard of Oz. What the fuck is The Wiz? Some Wiz cheese?
I watched The Wiz though.
I didn't watch that shit.
He said Bruno Mars is a better performer.
It's Sierra, man.
Y'all spread that rumor about that woman.
I do not believe that Sierra is a man. She's had 4 kids.
Sierra don't move like that no more. No, I'm talking about
after 3 babies.
I'm talking about in 2007, 8, 9. She's not what we thought she was. Go watch those old videos with your adult brain, and you'll see. When I was a kid, I thought Sierra was just as good as Chris Brown. It was equal.
Well, some of us, or some people were already developed, so they had an adult brain at that time.
You didn't.
How the fuck you didn't know?
You didn't. Anyway, let's move on. Speaking of some more culture, not ours. Buju Banton, Blast.
I thought you said all black people, we're all black.
And Reggaeton. No, our culture. I didn't say we share the same culture. And Reggaeton as inferior to the reggae and dance old-fashioned racism.
The Wiz was one. The Wiz is one of Quincy Jones' vital work that we still celebrate to this day. You disrespected Goofy. Well, however you want to call it, Honorable Sienna. Did you see that interview that Quincy Jones put out and you defending this man? The Wiz is better than version in the black version of Wizard of Oz.
I agree.
Okay, she said the Wiz is the better version in the black.
I'm gonna make him watch it, y'all.
You ain't gonna make me watch.
I'm gonna make him watch it. Let me play with.
I was bullied into watching. What's the name of that? The cartoon.
What? Oh, the Boondocks.
The Boondocks.
Wiz
The Wiz is
classic.
classic.
I agree. And what's funny is when he watched it,
he's on down.
when he, you know the song, you didn't even watch it. It's legendary. You know it.
I like somewhere.
That bullshit. They fake ass opera singing. All right, let me play this.
Gives props back to reggae, to dancehall.
Do they?
I love the Wiz. It's a must see for the Christmas holidays. You probably watched Jesus of Nazareth too, huh? During Easter.
Hold on. Let's not act like we didn't grow up watching every Christmas, every Easter. What's the name of that movie? The infamous, the 10 Commandments.
The black people. You see all them flying monkeys. Well, you got to see the Boondocks must see. I don't.
All the monkeys.
Oh.
One thing you gotta know, I'ma be a nigga for life.
All right, let me play this.
You see the Faith Evans clip?
What clip?
You remember the clip I showed you of Faith Evans?
Yeah.
She's on Nori, and she was saying how she was sneaking out and how Dick just don't even do it for her no more because she done had so many.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You singing the song, Travis. At this point, just got to go watch the movie.
Exactly.
LOL.
Ease on down the road. You gotta watch it. You're gonna find it funny, and you're gonna love the music. Anyway,
When I see that shit, I'm gonna go. I want to go back and watch The Wizard of Oz.
Did you say that?
I don't think they did. No, I never said that. I said they don't give fucking props back to dancehall and reggae.
Oh, my bad. I heard it wrong.
Now you really dyslexic.
Yeah. My bad. I thought I heard it the other way around. But then I heard you say, because I heard you say Afrobeats. I thought I heard you say that. The Afrobeats, pay high.
The greatest musician out of Africa was Fela Kuti.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fela Kuti.
I haven't watched DC, but I watched what's that? Bonja?
Your Bonji episode.
Episode.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Dube from South Africa. We had Salif Keita. We have Yusu Endor. We have Baba Mal. Now, no one wanted to go beyond the pale of what those brothers was doing. I went to Africa in 1991 and I spent like 3 weeks constantly at the universities
Kenya?
under baobab trees.
In Kenya, that's
educating people from.
They ain't doing nothing but speaking bad Irish.
Oh yeah, that is Irish.
I said bad Irish. Well, they actually the original.
Yeah,
another story for another
day. Another day.
Ghana, all over the continent about reggae music and dancehall. But I was happy when they came to their senses to realize that music is the bridge that's going to connect us. But what I was disappointed in, they didn't try to connect the roots. They connect with everyone else except us.
And you talking about Afrobeats?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Buju was so embarrassing. This interview low-key offended me. I stopped watching when he picked Marcus Garvey over Malcolm X. This explains how they think their ideology is bigger than actions for them. Shout out to Mark Gordon. What's good, y'all?
Well, hold on, Honor, but we can't be mad at a Jamaican man choosing a Jamaican man.
I mean, you can't say, Honorable Sienna, you can't say black culture then when somebody, I mean, they're going to obviously
go with their own.
I don't respect the oppressor language. Fuck English.
Well, every language we speak, it's a derivative of one.
Even though I would never choose Marcus Garvey over Malcolm X. That Negro never stepped foot on the continent of Africa. He chose to go to Europe.
So they connected with everyone else except us. But when we look at what they're doing, their music is not free in Africa. It's fuckery.
I didn't know what to
the
say.
music needs to free Africa. If I am all the way in Jamaica and my country and my people fight for free, your continent.
Islam enslaved you first.
With word, sound, and power. And you have the ability now, and all you're singing is fuckery. You don't sing a song to free Africa all now. We need them bringing this to the forefront of your mind, but we desire more from them. You want the money? Go get it. But what's going to be said about you later on?
I can be mad. This Jamaican man is mad at Africans for no credit. Then for the Afrobeats, when the music comes from African Americans, not Jamaicans, we were going to talk about that.
Your posterity. You didn't make any impact.
Posterity.
So, reggae music still stands predominant. It is still the king's music.
Yes.
Well, your posterity has been stealing music.
Let me just play this last clip. We'll move forward.
Farrakhan is a Freemason. Facts.
Well, so, I don't think I can.
Reggae music.
Right.
Listen. A lot of culture vultures out there. We have sat and we have watched reggaeton take it.
I was going there. I was going there. Let's finish with Afrobeats and then let's go to
fuck with our music so hard and stolen our culture. I'm not knocking nobody, but you don't give us no respect, motherfuckers.
Right.
And you still expect us to kowtow and act like we take something from you? This is the king's music. Your music shall come and it shall go because it has nothing to do with soul. It has nothing to do with building energy.
It's so funny to use that term, soul.
We know who that belongs to.
Our music is time marker. You can remember when you went on your first date, when you had your first sex, when you marry your wife, when you go to the first dance.
Research Rasta, you'll end up in Ethiopia. His music was liberation and love. Things change. Talk Buja.
It's Buju.
Buju, whatever. I'm sorry. It's not English.
It's time.
Sorry.
Marker. Because it's the king's music.
Yes.
You can remember when you're happy.
Yes. Farrakhan is a tether trained to distract African-American men. It's sad the years of political foot black men have lost behind that goofy shit. His father is actually a Jewish white man.
Yeah.
Remember when you're sad. You can remember all the things because there's a music to...
You know.
So he went in on Afrobeats saying that they stole their shit and not giving them credit. He said they don't got no soul in their music, there's no revolution in their music.
Shit.
He said
I'm American.
He said that they are the king music of reggae. What do you think about his rant against Afrobeat?
Sounds like Black America's rant towards all of the other spooks.
Yeah, when I heard his...
Looked like he literally went on Twitter and read something that somebody had spewed and then came on here talking about the same shit. Little baby, love is this guy. God bless. Give me one Buju song that we all know. This interview did make me want to YouTube his music. I know that for sure.
What fun?
Is it little baby y'all star?
Oh, you mean rapper Lil Baby?
Hell no. Who is Lil Baby? Marcus
He's a
Garvey
rapper.
was a Freemason too. The black revolutionary is compromised. Was that compromised? Sorry, it goes off the screen.
That's what it said.
Okay.
Yeah. Buju's music. It was typical. Fuck it. It was typical Jamaican music in the 90s. He talked against the homosexual stuff. It was very, he talked about drug dealing in some of his music, but he also made music about, free black people and stuff. Go ahead.
This nigga really just called me a spook on live screen. It just hit me. I'm a nigga. Thank you. Thank you for being my qualifier, Arnold Sienna. Felt good.
But yeah, his rant made a lot of people angry. They saying that he was being unfair in his criticisms. They said not all music. They said not all music needs to be revolutionary. Boom Bye Bye, brilliant. Yeah, that's the name of one of the songs he did.
That's why he going to this Caribbean shit in Raleigh, because he be listening to this shit.
Oh yeah, hold on. So it's wrong for me to listen to Beyonce, but you can listen to Buju.
Honorable Sienna, you're not gonna question Brantley Me's ethnicity? It's coming.
All right, let's move forward. I'm just joking. I know that one, brilliant. Okay. You know that one.
He's
Oh,
not
you know that
LGBT
one.
friendly.
Honorable.
There you have it.
Yeah, he's not. All right.
I know the one brilliantly. She knows that one.
I know. Damn, Honorable, you listen. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. She just
No. Damn,
she a
Honorable,
fraud.
you're listening to Buju. Boom. Wait, you listening to that?
I'm black.
I'm
What type of black?
ScHoolboy Q.
What type of black? What the fuck is that?
Oh, you talking about ScHoolboy Q, the rapper? You making fun of his name? Leave the brother name alone. It's his rap name. Anyway, Michael Rubin apologized for comments on hate in black culture after backlash from ScHoolboy Q and more. So you see his comments?
No.
All right, now let me play them here.
I don't be on the X-Men.
All right. That's not on X, no, Breakfast Club. He did an interview.
Oh.
Let me play the clip right here.
Well, I don't ever go to the Breakfast Club. I just watch somebody clip their shit up and I watch it.
That's what I watch.
That is, it doesn't bother me for me. It bothers
There are all
me.
kinds of genre of music. I'm guilty. So on Cole.
All right.
The thing I don't like about that is it doesn't bother me for me. It bothers me that it actually, when I see the narrative of a really good friend of mine like Meek, and people trying to, again, if he was gay, which there's not one gay bone in his body, who cares? Number one, if people want to be gay, it is 2024. Who the fuck cares? Okay. Number two, there's not a gay bone in his body. So why do people want to lie about that? Why do people want to change the narrative of Becky?
She said, I think that Brinley or On Code is with the tether. I'm not sure which one at this moment. I'm still shook. I'm still shook up about that spook slur that was weaponized against me in the space.
Oh, she would have said, apologize, Sam. Apologize.
Not a heavy metal fan.
Oh, yeah, I don't listen.
Oh, that was back in my early teens.
You listen to that? Oh, you just talking shit. I was about to say.
to try to hurt him. That is the one thing I've learned about, look, I'm just being blunt.
At Holy Mountain,
The one
DJ
thing I've learned
Khaled
about black
and
culture that I don't
Buju
like
go
is the
crazy.
Black hate on hate.
Speak on that more. I heard you say that earlier. And I
You know what he
wanted to
said?
expound on.
What?
It's me.
Listen.
So one thing I've learned about black culture that I don't like is that black hate on hate.
Speak on.
Now, keep in mind, this is a Jewish man saying that one of the things he don't like about black culture is black hate on hate. Black hate on black. Now, the sentiment isn't, there's nothing wrong with saying you don't like black people that don't like black people. You don't like that that's a thing. But to say that that's cultural is kind of funny, because if black people came out and started saying stuff they don't like about Jewish culture, we get called anti-Semitic.
True.
And I'll keep saying it, the only culture on the planet that anybody of any race, of any creed, feel like they can comment on it and stand in it is black people. Everybody around this planet think they have the authority to speak on black American culture.
You want to know why?
Because there's no leadership.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is going to go out. The third time the Breakfast Club allowed disrespect. Spice came, they taught us hip-hop. Biden, you not black, comment. Now the Jew is telling us our truth while genocide is happening.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm FBA. Need I say more?
Speak on that more. I heard you say that earlier, and I wanted you to expound on that. You said you don't like to see black people tearing down other black people.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. Why? I want to support look, you got two of you guys know me pretty well. Anything I can ever help with, I'm always there. I always want to be helpful. I feel lucky and fortunate to do what I do every day. To be as, whatever success I've had, I feel blessed to do that. And I want to give back in every way I can, in business. And
we need that StreamYard so I can confirm honorables. Black ain't big, respectfully.
No, back ain't big.
Back ain't big, respectfully. Good point, honorable.
in charitable things, I'm always trying to be helpful. Like, why does someone want to bring somebody else down? Let's try to build everybody up. Like, I'd be more excited if I'd be more excited to see one of my friends do something that's 99% less meaningful to me, but it would be really meaningful to them because I want them to do.
All right, so he's just talking at it. He's rambling. So he went on to make that point that they don't like to see black
he
on
said,
black hate.
Black ain't big.
And the response was as expected. ScHoolboy Q responded, "I'm cool on this app. This shit out of control, dog." And then he responded with an apology for quote unquote stepping out of place. So I'm just gonna read his response right quick. He said, I got a phone call from one of the people I have the most respect for in the world. They told me while they appreciate my intention, it's not my place to speak on black culture. I get it and really appreciate the input. My intention was to say how important it is that we need to uplift each other, stop hate on each other, and push each other to win and always root for each other's success. My bad. Much love and appreciate the feedback.
Shout out to Tommy.
What up? Sorry, you can go to the other one.
One thing I don't like about the Untouchables is they go around the world making themselves the only victims, the genocide they are actually doing to others.
Yeah, that's kind of funny of him to comment.
They are the actual genocide they're doing to others.
It's kind of funny of him to speak on anything black culture when you in Europe. I don't know if he's a citizen, but I'm pretty sure he is doing the stuff they're doing over there. It's like you probably should comment on that before you speak on this. But yeah,
you ain't got no gig here. Look who jumped out swinging. Is it you with the tether wife?
But what do you think about him speaking on black culture? Do you think that's his words? Do you think they were true?
I mean, nobody should. Well, that's the thing. Black people, we should be saying that, how we don't want to see that in our culture.
So if what I say is true, does it matter I'm not a part of your culture?
No, we just don't like the messenger. Okay. Because we can't call out anything that you guys do in your community, because if we do, it's considered anti-Semitic.
And keep in mind,
that's the problem with that.
What I'm about to say is going to go kind of along with what Honorable be saying. He's a dude worth $10 billion. He started hosting these white parties mysteriously right before P. Diddy got exposed, by the way, because he's known for hosting these parties. But anyway, moving on.
Oh, he took it over then.
So he hosts these parties and he's always around these rappers. It's not only black people there, but he makes sure he has pictures with every rapper, Little Baby.
What did Honorable CNN tell you about the blacks?
But he had pictures with Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, all these rappers.
They ain't who he wanted though.
I don't tussle.
But love taps.
Do you think he felt comfortable commenting on it because he stands around these rappers all the time? Meek Mill is a close associate of his, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So they're to blame the same way we talk about Post Malone and Drake, and y'all allow these people to get comfortable. And let's be honest,
they feel like they have to allow them to get comfortable because they got the money and they need to get.
Exactly. It's the connection.
Yeah.
So now you got this dude who probably stand around with y'all, and y'all probably be talking this way to him about black culture or hip hop in general.
Then that shouldn't. That's not for. You don't discuss that with outsiders.
Well, you can't have outside conversation. You can't have inside conversations anymore because of the internet. If I go on the internet and I'm talking to black people, everybody's still gonna see it.
That's why there's Patreon.
Man, everybody who joined Patreon ain't gonna be no damn black. The enemy is always watching, as they say. But anyway, so he apologized.
Too late for apologies.
But people just move on. But the topic became, if he spoke truth, is it wrong for somebody to speak truth, even if it's about another culture? Like, am I allowed to say,
mind your business?
Am I allowed to say, hey, in Afghanistan, stop having little boys twerk on grown men? Is that wrong? We say that?
I respect Meek more for this if he reached out to the man and let him know, don't play with us. On top of not allowing himself to be pressured into being a Muslim. You need box that beat, you can act right.
I don't know. I just think,
that's why hold on, let me
hit
click.
the button.
God damn it. It's gone. I gotta go to the other one. That's why I carry them in the lodge. I make them scared of me. That's what. George in here. He would have said the lodge.
All right. Let's move on. Oh yeah. Did I make a? Okay, now. All right. Judge wants Chicago gang kingpin Larry Hoover in court for Gangsta Disciples co-founder Mercy bid. Hoover, called one of the most notorious criminals in Illinois history, is scheduled to make a rare public appearance in court September 26th. He claims to have renounced the criminal organization he led.
Talk heavy, Tommy.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question about this, because this is his court date is coming up in a little bit. I don't know if it's already passed or if it's coming soon. What do you think about people who created these gangs and then denouncing them or renouncing any connection to them? Should they be able to get a second?
We already had a discussion before
With Tookie Williams, I think.
Yes. And what was my stance on?
They gave him the death penalty. Arnold Schwarzenegger just killed him. There was like, what, 20?
Well, look how many people he killed.
You mean through their life or through actual his hands? Or
His hands and throughout life. It's still going on to this day.
Well, if somebody, because I consider people who join gangs are misguided soldiers.
Not all of them are misguided.
When I say that, what I mean is, it takes a certain level of, this might be used incorrectly, it takes a certain level of bravery to be willing to walk around with the paranoia that gang violence entails. If you're willing to walk around with your head on a swivel, and being a person who's constantly in paranoia, that's a certain level of warrior that's in you.
Some people are just Mustaphalis. They're the devil.
No, I'm saying, if somebody's willing to walk around with a gun and shoot somebody, you don't tell me that can't be used in a totally, that's left. That's going to the left. You tell me there's no way that can be turned to a positive thing? If they
it can be turned to a positive thing, but look at all of the destruction that has happened.
But if the person who
can't turn a blind eye on what you've done.
If the person who created it has the ability to influence,
but
can they repair it? Do you think?
No.
I think it's just a sickness, a cancer that can't be cured.
It is great metaphor. It's a cancer that is still continue to what? It's still growing. It's still prospering in the black community. These gangs. It has not gone away. All that stuff Tookie Williams tried to do after he did, it did not do anything.
That's because the youth, because in our community, now we're talking about culture again, we're not really pushed to respect our elders because the youth is looking at it like, I'm out here doing the same thing you was doing at my age. Now you telling me it's wrong. You just old. So they don't respect your word no more because they feel like you just weak and old. You can't move like this no more. If you could, you would. I don't know.
Is it wrong for others to speak against us? One thing I love about social media is we are able to shut down the appointed Sambo narrative immediately. This matter was addressed next day, period.
Yeah, they was on his ass. He's talking about Michael Rubin. They got on him immediately, which is why he apologized. So you think that there's no repentance, not to the Most High, I'm talking about to the community.
I think you can try, but I think ultimately the amount of damage you've done, that's how people are going to perceive you.
Well, I'm being a hypocrite kind of, because I said the same thing about Rick Ross, the drug dealer Rick Ross.
Yeah, you always
he led to what he did destroyed communities, and now you walk around doing interviews, like almost bragging on what you did.
And then
like,
it has shows.
Yeah, and then you get mad at people making shows about you, and you mad you're not profiting from it. It's like, you should do anything you can to not profit from that legacy.
I mean, you shouldn't even wanted the show to be out.
You should have been campaigning for it not to be shown, or at least for it to be shown in a way to not dignify it, which is kind of what they did with Snowfall, for instance, because in the end, he was broken man.
Yeah. Like in the end, it should have been like a moral.
It was, and it was. Well, the audience completely missed the moral of that story because they defending Franklin, going at the mama, the daddy, saying everybody betrayed him. Like, no, he was greedy.
Well, you know, we live in today's society.
Yeah. People celebrate the anti-hero.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is why people are trying to celebrate, or not celebrate, but
good
say,
is bad and bad is good.
Now, Larry Hoover was given a short end of a stick, though. Go ahead.
We don't have a culture of men who believe they even get old. So it's hard to respect elders when they think they are young forever.
I can't lie. Remember what I said? I said our community, not even our community, the globe at this point worships youth. Everybody want to look younger.
It's not even just black people.
That's what I said, the
everybody,
world.
especially Gen Z.
Yeah. Not just, no, in general, like, when you look at the beauty industry, everything is about looking young. Culture in general, looking young. These people that go into the industry lie about their age to seem younger. So I that's a great point she just made.
We're divided as ever, especially black people. Well, I got to be honest. I mean, most of the time we see older black dudes. What is our culture of women honorable? You know, they got on the Jordans, Jim Short. It doesn't look.
You think that's
older? It looks still youthful.
Is that not just urban clothing?
But at some point,
I agree. Your countenance is how you'll be seen. How you dress.
Like our dad don't dress like that.
Who?
Our dad has never dressed like that.
Well, that's not his style. He's the Kango hat wearing.
Exactly, he's the Kango hat.
But that's generation though.
Shirt,
he did that in his 30s.
Khakis.
He did that in his 30s though. He never was a. I don't say never.
He wear the shoes that show you the sandals, the long sandals that show your toes.
Oh no, he don't.
Yes, he does.
My dad ain't no damn.
Are you crazy?
Caribbean
Yes, our father
African.
does that. Shout out to Eastwood Henderson.
What up?
I'm in the motherfucking house. Smash the like button. You know it. Clean your house before you speak on others. You look delusional out here.
Yeah.
I'm not gang. I do not gang bang. Play with me. Play me like I'm a pussy. I will pull up and bang bang. Last good verse from 50. Damn. What's going on? There's a little.
But yeah,
a little violent.
But yeah, Larry Hoover had a short end of a stick situation of how he got arrested and what happened. It kind of was self-defense how he ended up getting arrested. But you know, it is what it is.
Show me how you treat your women, and I'll show you the condition of your race. Period. Dr. Ben.
I disagree. I don't completely disagree with the notion that you need to treat the women of your culture good. I think the better quote would be, "Show me how your women act, and I'll show you the state of your race." Matter of fact, show me.
Well, they only act how they've been treated.
Show me how your young boys are doing, and I'll tell you where your culture is.
Culture of women? Goofy. What? We are discussing the color black right now. If you want to discuss pink, put it on the schedule and we'll get
Damn.
we will get to it. Oh, she's so provocative.
Now I want to show y'all this since I was talking about the soldiers and the warriors aspect, and I've heard Honorable even make this point that she I think it's for a different reason she said. But when you look at this, what do you see? I'm gonna show this.
Hey, look, hey Eastwood.
What do you see when you see this? What do you see when you see this? This is it's a black militia.
It's like that. What's the name of that dude that was the Texas dude? He had formed this.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Not fucking
Whatever
around.
happened to him? Not
he got
fucking
arrested
around.
because he pointed a gun at the camera and they got up out of here.
I don't know. What are they doing?
When I see this is what gang members could be doing.
Oh,
you know how in a
being a military for the black community?
Yeah, shout out Kiefer.
Not fucking around coalition.
You know how you got a military and within the military you have platoons. Why don't Black America have a national militia where these dudes go to these gang members, and I'm not gonna say instead of prison sentences because some of these dudes commit crimes where they're killing people, but people who do maybe lesser violent or non-violent offenses, instead of just being sent to prison, because that could be a punishment too, what if you're asked to automatically join a militia?
A black militia.
Yes. Get some type of contract with the city, and it's not just about teaching them how to use weapons, it's about giving them discipline and a cause.
Can they be trusted?
I think if you have a choice to serve 25 years in prison or 5 years in prison versus getting your act together, it shouldn't be. Go ahead.
There's a difference between a bad bitch and a bitch doing bad. Damn, really? I disagree with that quote. Arab culture, Dubai, superpower, and money versus how the women are treated.
Yeah,
honorable, you a clown without a circus.
That's what I said. You could say those women in those countries aren't treated the best, but they have.
We have one. They locked up the leader a few years ago. I see clowns putting on a show for the whites. Why does this need to be televised?
It wasn't televised. It was just them doing it, people recording them. And I agree it shouldn't be something that's pushed too heavily to the media because you want these type of things to be more covert. But I'm just saying, what is stopping them from doing this?
There's also the Huey P. Newton gun club.
Now these dudes go and just like
you can't compare the two.
Listen, just like the NOI, Nation of Islam, they go get dudes who are former drug dealers, abusers, drug addicts, thieves, all type of stuff, and they bring them in and give them a purpose.
Well, most of these people, a lot of people join gangs because they don't
have a family.
They don't have family. I don't want to say they don't have a purpose. They feel like they don't have a purpose.
They feel like they don't have a purpose. That's a better way to say, yeah. So what's the difference between them doing it and the militia could do the same thing? Matter of fact, I look at it, and it's more of an ideological difference, I'm sure. But I look at these people, and I look at them and say, why aren't they doing some type of recon? Why aren't they doing some type of work together? There needs to be some level of connection on the protection level. If you got militias walking through your neighborhood, people gonna commit less crime. And I ain't just talking about people coming in and doing. I'm talking about the black people in that neighborhood committing less crime. You disagree?
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I just think not everybody can be trusted.
Well, yeah, you got to vet people. You got to have discernment, but yeah.
Brilliantly, really a clown? Why get under your skin like that Buki? Let me look up a famous black clown so you know how to address me.
What's that clown name out of that Kendrick brought on stage at the pop out?
If we get completely on cold, we win.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
T-Bone.
Oh yeah.
From the Parkers.
Go T-Bone.
Go T-Bone.
All right, let me run through these stories. Innocent man who spent nearly 50 years in death row to receive $7 million. Glenn Ray Simmons, the longest-serving inmate to declare innocent of a crime, sued the city of Edmond, Oklahoma, and the former police detective following his exoneration. So he got $7 million. I think we talked about this story a little while ago. I said, what would he get? He got $7 million.
Good for him.
Is that justice?
Did he take it?
He got to. What are you supposed to do?
He could say, I don't want it.
And what would be his?
He could say that's not justice for me, and I want the $7 million. Right?
What would be justice? You think? The police officer that did it, that lied to get arrested.
Yeah, if they should be held accountable for what they did to him. Lock them up. But they're not.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why they give you $7 million to shut the fuck up and go on about your life.
So he was in there for 50 years, and now you can live the rest of your life comfortable, hopefully.
50 years is a long time.
That's crazy.
What age did he
death
go in
row.
there?
He did it on death row.
What age did he go into prison? Did it say?
It was young, obviously. Making him the longest serving. He's 71 now, so he had to be 21. 21 to 51. He's 21 to 71.
I mean, he's still young, though.
Damn.
When I say young, he's still young.
They took his 20s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah, 40s, 50s.
All his youth.
He was preserved.
I don't know.
If you want to think about it like that.
Man, he might have been destroyed in there.
That's true. The Hebrew Israelites got Freemasons in their ranks.
Well, yeah, that's everywhere.
7 is too low.
Yeah, it's way too low.
Brittonly. Bitch, call me Tommy from now on, or don't speak at all.
Oh, you're Tommy the Clown from the pop out? Yeah. Y'all in the chat going crazy.
Oh, she's... Ooh.
All right, we're trying to run through these now. Woman who hurled racist slur at Black University of Kentucky student pleads guilty following mediation. Let me play it. You remember this video? When she kept calling her the N-word?
That was an hour. Yes. I did not get paid enough for this. Exactly. And you're a nigger. Thank you.
So basically, she kept calling her the N-word.
7 million seems light. Does he not have any children? He went in at 21.
I'm pretty sure he might have had a kid. He went in at 21, but I'm sure he might have had a kid by then.
Oh, y'all like start popping out kids, having kids around 15, 14, 12, 11.
A former University of Kentucky student facing assault charges after repeatedly hurling racial slur at Black student on campus in 2022 pleaded guilty on Monday following mediation in court. Sophia Rosing, pleaded guilty in Fayette County Circuit Court to 4 counts of 4th-degree assault, 1 count of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of alcohol intoxication. Her attorney, Fred Peters, said she had previously also been charged with 3rd-degree assault on a police officer or probation officer, but that felony, excuse me.
Oh my God. Brittany said, I had to check myself. Eagles don't beep with pigeons. Just imagine my face with the emoji, with the one that go, ooh, ooh. Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas like brilliantly.
The police officer
the birds.
But the felony charge was dropped as part of a plea agreement, yada, 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 yada. So she get off light.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. What's going on with black people where when these other races get in front of us hurling all these slurs, we don't beat their ass no more? We record it and post it on the internet and say, do your thing. What happened to the days when you smacked the shit out of somebody?
The young lady that was holding that, Karen, she wasn't emotional about it. She held her cool and just...
This is a great segue. Go ahead.
She did get emotional and pull out a fucking AK-47 and shoot the shit out of
her. You probably bird ass. We agree. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired?
Yeah, me, Big Eagle, bird.
But listen, we talked about this last time. I agree. Let's start there. I agree. If a person called you the N-word or something or call you out your name, you shouldn't pull out a gun and immediately shoot them.
But you should get physical.
Let me get to that. But I think you can beat them, punch them in the mouth.
Okay.
Now the girl...
You might get your ass whooped.
I'll take the L if I deserve it. Now, the girl got called all type of N-words and stuff. She just held her, didn't punch her, didn't beat on her. Somebody recorded it, and the girl got in trouble with some law, but got a slap on the wrist, move on with her life. This didn't happen with this black man. New Jersey man enters plea deal after fatally punching racist man.
I did not, and by the way, I didn't see none of this because this shit wasn't even loading earlier.
So a white man was calling him all type of N-words with him and his kids. He punched him. He ended up dying. He didn't shoot him. He punched him.
So he has so much...
He punched the shit out of him.
Vitriols. It was so much anger.
It was a punch. It wasn't about how much anger he had in him.
No, it was it was anger. You don't hit somebody and they die. You don't punch somebody and they die.
His head.
Was he a bodybuilder or
no?
This is a regular smuggler.
This is him right here. New Jersey father agrees to plea deal after fatally punching white man who repeatedly called
Mark Gordon. What's up, y'all? Don't flip Kenny raps against me, goofy.
New Jersey fathers agrees to plea deal after fatally punching white man who repeatedly called his children the N-word. Judge says he should have called the police instead.
Yeah. You see what happens when you resort to violence? Instead of thinking logically. See, the devil will show you how to get into some shit, but he won't show you how to get out of some shit.
That's a good one.
So you got to think logically.
There's always some tricks out there. You have to watch out for them trick bags. It could be a random day and somebody just start fucking with you. And you have to have a certain high level of discernment to go, I could easily beat the shit out of you.
White people are Mistopheles. They're the devil. You don't fall into what the devil's trap.
A New Jersey father has entered a plea deal after fatally punching man who called his kids the N-word. Anthony Collins struck Robert May, 70. He was 70. You hear me?
He was what now?
He was 70.
His bird ass. He gonna hit an old dude.
In September 2003, in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, Collins pled guilty to manslaughter in connection to the attack. In June, will now spend 3 years in jail on the terms of a No Early Release Act. The man will need to serve about 31 months of his sentence before he is eligible for parole.
So you hit this old racist white man. This is an old racist white man. Why you have to punch him? You could have just stripped him or slapped the shit out of him.
No.
See, sitting next to dude, now I'm getting violent.
No, it's the truth. Look, man, you want to talk like that? All right. Defense attorney Terrence Turnback detailed the events that led up to the attack, which began when May hurling slurs at Collins and his children repeatedly for months. Collins and his wife encountered the older man around that time, with May running into the woman and assaulting her with his bike. The man then called Collins the N-word, which prompted Collins to punch him in the face, knocking him unconscious. He was dealing with an individual he was well aware of from the standpoint of he called his children nigger kid. over 11 to 12 occasions. Turnback said about his client, their alleged victim was looking for my client, assaulted his wife, called him names. That's reprehensible.
What? Okay, sorry, I'm being aloof. This random white man just came up saying
It's a neighbor.
A neighbor?
Neighbor-esque, I guess.
Why would he say nigger kids?
Well, no, he's assaulted his wife before.
Is his wife black?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
That's why when he said nigger kids, I have to ask, why did he just...
Because they black.
I know, but it making me think, does he have a spouse that is non-white?
I don't know about that. But
Okay.
they've had encounters with him multiple times. He's referred to his kids as that, at least he said 11 to 12 times he's done that.
Okay.
So finally, when he's with his kids, I'm guessing, he heard them say it, and he just punched them. He went to sleep and never got up. He took the long sleep.
Hey, Mark, putting Brilliant in his place and enjoying the show. She trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. I'm late. I missed a lot. Who's the judge? The story should have started with that. She tried to tell you how.
No, it's that story, the old story of what's his name, not Leo Cohen's, Donald Trump's mentor.
Oh,
Roy Cohen.
Roy
When
Cohen.
he said, "Tell me who the judge is, not what the crime is." But
You
he
ain't
got,
missed nothing, Mark.
but he got down.
Talking shit and swallowing spit. Oh, boo, boo, boo. That flip don't work unless the white court I'm trying to strike, you walked into that. Aha!
Now, last question on this. We move on. 3 years. That's kind of a.
That's a light sentence for him killing an elderly white man.
But he got
That's
3.
a light sentence.
But he got 3, and he only gonna have to serve 31 months.
Hey, ain't God good?
He kind of got off.
He
But
did
was,
get
but
off.
The man was being what do they call it?
What?
Harassment. It was harassment.
Yeah, it was a form. It was
It
harassment.
wasn't a form. It was harassment. So it is what it is. Anyway. So even though I asked for people,
I'm fine with it.
yeah. Even though I asked for people to start putting their hands on people again instead of just recording it, he put his hands on somebody that was a little older. Maybe he should have just did a little smack.
Oh, guy. Greenlee is a clear folk. He just revealed himself.
All right, let's move on to this story here. Florida woman found guilty of manslaughter and fatal shooting of black neighbor. You remember the story? Black woman, neighbor, kids.
Yes. What happened with her?
She got found guilty. Of
Okay.
manslaughter.
Clap it up.
But it seems
Once again, can't be running up into people's doors.
But that should have been murder 1.
Huh?
That should have been murder 1 to me. You've been antagonizing this person, bothering this person for a little while. Then you had a weapon on you immediately after you.
Was she fucking with her kids?
Yes,
too?
and the woman came to confront her, and that's not murder.
This is not the late 90s, early 2000s, where somebody fucking with your kids, you walk up to their door, knock on their door, and threaten to put hands on them. This is... I'm going to let the authorities handle it.
Same thing happened with a young boy who was driving in the neighborhood, knocked on the wrong door, and she shot him, but he lived. The young...
was he Liberian?
Something like that.
Something.
He was up in Minnesota
Sierra
or something
Leone,
like that.
something.
He just popped into the door. They didn't even open the door.
Was it Minnesota or Oklahoma?
One of those, definitely. Florida woman found guilty of manslaughter and fatal shooting of black neighbor. Suzanne Lawrence, who was white, shot J.K. Owens last June through the door of a home. A 35-year-old mother was found stood outside. The case prompted national outrage. So,
R.I.P. The tether lady killed over a video game, if I recall correctly.
yeah, she took her kid's video game.
No, you can't be going to people's doors no more unless you got something on you.
Now, here's the crazy part. This Susan woman was 60. So the black dude punched the 70-year-old, and the 60-year-old shot the black woman. So you got to treat the old like the young.
Well, the white woman had that thing on her.
See, now if she had that thing on her, she could have stood to the side of the door and just it's an unfortunate story. So, she's been found guilty. 2 neighbors have been involved in an ongoing dispute over neighborhood children.
Okay, we know.
So I'm trying to find the. The lawyers argue that she had in self-defense. Faces up to 30 years in prison. The sentencing date has not been set, so she might get 30. She'll probably end up getting like 20 something.
15.
So, I think 15. I think they do more than that. Anyway. Aurora lawmaker insists without evidence Venezuelan gang responsible for apartment closure. Let me play this.
This is Colorado.
About
Yes.
Okay.
these apartment buildings in Aurora, Colorado, right? Which have been taken over by Venezuelan gangs that basically have thrown out the tenants.
Oh no, you're right. It might be an iPad. I can't remember. That was a video game, wasn't it? Was it a video game or an iPad? One or two.
Somebody moves in, they collect the rent, they walk around with guns, they trash the place, and the owners are stuck. They can't collect rent, they're getting foreclosed on, and they couldn't get help. They went to the FBI, they went to DHS, they went to local law enforcement, they went to local government. It's a sanctuary city. They're viewed as squatters. They can't do anything. You're basically losing your homes. This is what's going on. Now it's happening in Denver. Roll the tape.
Oh no. Denver, Colorado looks like that.
So I saw another article saying there was no proof of this, but it's like, are you saying this video evidence isn't real?
The proof is in the
It's not what
pudding.
they said it is? I don't know.
Never go to anyone's door angry, and definitely do not enter. Bait them out.
Yeah, that's the best way you got.
Well, make sure you bait them out. You looking at their pockets and their hands.
Oh yeah.
You ain't from the South, so you don't know about the blade being under the tongue and
No, that's not. It's not a Southern thing.
They put it in other places too.
Yeah.
They put it in the one that winks, not the one that stinks.
All right, so yeah, now they're trying to say this isn't true, but we're gonna get to this later when it comes to these closing of these businesses and apartments and how it's been ran over. We talked about it in some of these places during the pandemic. People weren't paying rent.
It's not.
They were taking advantage of the situation.
Advantageous.
So now these landlords are going out of their way and finding tricks and stuff to get people out of their homes or
setting
apartments.
buildings
and
on
stuff.
fire.
They're setting buildings on fire, all types of
Larceny.
stuff. So it's funny how right now in Colorado, they having problems getting these immigrants out of it, and they're just squatting. So at some point, they're gonna probably turn on them.
They ain't gonna turn on them. They ain't turning on them.
No, when I say turn on them, I mean if they try to get them out, it's gonna get worse because these are gangs. So this ain't gonna be just a easy out.
Y'all near the middle of the country, round them up. They've been waiting for this all their life. Round up them good old boys.
Look at this crazy story here. Disney wants wrongful death suit thrown out because widower bought the Epcot ticket and had Disney Plus. So Disney has a terms of agreement with their Disney Plus and all the other stuff. And the terms of agreement says that you have to have a third party come in on a legal case, not go to a court. And so they're trying to use that in a case where a widower lost her husband. Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Lost his wife. A man suing Walt Disney Parks and Resorts for a wrongful death of his wife is facing a new legal hurdle. Disney is trying to get it thrown out of court and sent to arbitration. Yeah. So in the term of agreement, you have to go to arbitration, not court.
How did she die there? Colorado just as dirty as Seattle for real. What? Wait a goddamn minute. Are you serious?
Court documents show that the company is trying to get the $50,000 lawsuit tossed because the plaintiff signed up for 1 month free trial.
Clean it up.
Signed up for a 1 month free trial of a streaming service in Disney Plus in 2019, which requires users to use and arbitrate all disputes with the company.
Yeah.
You signed up for Disney Plus, so we ain't gotta pay you for your wife's accidental death. This is America's. This is crazy.
Do you have to sign anything when you go there, or
you talking about
the park?
No, that's not what they don't even care about that part.
Okay.
They're talking about him signing up for Disney Plus.
Oh, the subscription.
The streaming service. You got Disney Plus, so you can't go to court. You got to take it to arbitration for this. Are you serious?
No, that's unheard of.
Disney. Baltimore do roach infested.
Yeah, he said Baltimore too, roach infested. Wait, don't say nothing about North Carolina.
Did they say there was a lot of? I know they say there's a lot of rats in New York, but I didn't hear about there being a lot of rats in New Jersey.
Baltimore.
So it just jumps over those states and just jumped to.
Well, New Jersey is actually known for being clean. How convenient.
Exactly. These people are wicked.
It's called the Garden State.
Oh yeah, they got trees. Yeah, and then next to the concrete jungle.
What is Maryland? What is Maryland called? Brilliantly, me.
I don't know.
What is the nickname for Maryland?
Ukrainian refugee helps bring European croissant sandwiches shop to Roswell. So they can just open. How do they open business? We know how. I'm asking a question I don't need an answer. These people just come here and just start businesses like it's nothing.
Well,
like
they get funded.
That's what I'm saying. There's a video I saw where a woman was crying because she was like,
she had a food truck.
I should have got the video.
Baltimore don't have rats; they got possums.
But there's a woman, it was a black woman. She was sitting in her car and she said, "I have a food truck that I paid $25,000 cash. I had to spend decades working for this."
And this immigrant just comes in and says, "I'll buy it." They're gonna.
Yeah, now she got to sell it.
She was angst.
Now she got to sell it, and the immigrant dude just came and said he showed her the paperwork to show. Not only is he gonna pay for it, he ain't got the money. The money has been funded for him through the government.
Honorable said, "Why is Disney being approached for the death? What am I missing?"
Because she died in the park.
But how did she die in the park?
Accidental deaths happen.
Why are articles so vague? Why don't they tell us how she died in the park?
What does it matter?
Because if she died in the park, then I can come to.
He won the case.
My conclusion. Okay, he won the case.
The 50K. So the lawsuit, not won. I'm sorry. The 50K case is being pushed forward, which means there's evidence of this.
Only 50K? That's what he was asking for,
Yeah,
and Disney don't want him to give up 50K.
Exactly.
Wow,
cheap.
Struggling.
That's why I say it's not even about the damn money. The fact
I thought it would have been
50K
million, like 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. Only 50K.
So I think something happened, and the response wasn't what was needed in order to help her. So it's not like she fell off a ride and died. A response was needed, and there wasn't a proper response. So you're kind of wrong. The wrongful death is kind of on y'all. He's trying to get 50K, and they're like, you signed up for Disney Plus, so you need arbitration.
If you look where Ukraine is on the map, it all makes sense right between Europe and Russia.
Oh yeah, they're the new big Israel. But this woman, like I said, a food truck, she had to sell it now, and this immigrant just came and said, "Yeah, I can buy it. The state is gonna fund it for me." He got no.
You know they love food trucks.
Yeah, he's an illegal immigrant. He has no. He pays no taxes. He has no credit, but he can just.
And she said, "I had to work for this truck
for
decades."
And she was crying like, "This is crazy."
I understand her grievance. I understand it.
I saw another woman who was
food allergy, I think.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And she get a proper response.
So Disney owns all the businesses that are there at the Disney Resort, or do they have
Disney.
Like Chipotle and all these different people come out and
it's
just leasing the building?
Disney can own a Chipotle. You can buy a Chipotle.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Are these independent contracts?
Disney isn't trying to get away from the money because they're thinking they're not at fault. They're trying to get away from it because they're thinking they can get a lower number. Arbitration
I know arbitration. Lower than 50. They want something lower than 50. That seems like a steal.
Yeah, if they say 50 and business say, we'll give you 25, and the arbitration say, all right, we'll give you 35 is the number. They're trying to get the number lowered.
No, we don't need to negotiate.
Anyway.
They open businesses because their people advocate for them to receive unearned benefits. Meanwhile, we are told by our own bootstraps because we got bad attitudes and don't deserve help. Did y'all cover that asshole judge that terrorized that baby this week?
Oh, the judge that had the girl arrested or put in cuffs, should I say? And he was talking crazy.
She died because they fed her for she was allergic to after the restaurant and the Disney theme park assured her and her husband the food was free of those allergens. She went into I know how to pronounce it. Anesthesiatic.
I can't say it now.
Anesthesiatic.
Oh, we're not ready to hear it through here, is we?
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on, y'all. Antophilic. Hold on. I got it. Go ahead. You go. Hear me?
Hold on.
I got it. Okay.
Anaphylactic
I got
shock. I wanted to say it.
I was going to hit the button.
Oh.
Damn.
Food. I own Disney stock and sold it last year. Defund the cracker.
Oh, you sold it when what's his name? The governor. What's his name? He was supposed to run for president, but that shit is done now.
Who's supposed to run for president?
The dude from Florida.
That North Carolina public education is a motherfucker.
The dude from Florida.
What dude from Florida?
Governor.
I don't remember.
He ran for president. No, I can't remember his name.
I don't remember his name either.
Hold on, y'all. Ron DeSantis, that's it. Ron DeSantis.
Oh, okay, Ron DeSantis.
I mean, he was beefing with Disney.
Oh yeah, he wanted to
he wanted a lot of
he
stuff.
wanted to charge them. I think they weren't paying certain things.
Certain taxes or something.
Taxes, some certain bills, and he's like, no, we're gonna make you pay for it.
No. He wanted them to change their movies. The movies and the content. He didn't want he called it the gender stuff. Remember they hired a woman they thought was about to make a movie with add trans characters? And so he went to war with them.
Oh.
I think that's what it was about. Anyway. You're correct. Stupid movie. Yeah. That's why you sold it, huh? All right. 18th congressional district race, daughter of Sheila Jackson Lee running in special election. So her mother passes away, and now she's running in her place. You think she wins?
What world do we live in where? So damn, it's like generational.
Yeah. The Erica Lee Carter, the daughter of late Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, has announced that she is running for her mother's seat in the 18th congressional district special election. In a statement sent to Fox 26, Erica said that, "I want to finish for my mom."
She's attractive, though. We just said that. They assured the couple ended up with $50K. They needed to continue fighting this publicly. Any private discussion will lead to one yearly pass for the family and nothing more.
They might. That's why they want to go to arbitration, so they can try to lower.
Yeah, but she's attractive.
Yeah, but what they got to do? You think she should be winning, running for office and winning?
Listen, I don't know her policies. I'm just looking at her face.
She said she's gonna continue for her mom. She probably gonna run the same thing as her mama. See how we get swindled by looks?
She might.
All right. I'm not gonna read into this story. Just read the headline. Thomas Matthew Crook's body was gone when representative tried to examine. Is there more conspiracy? Nothing to it. What you think?
This is definitely conspiracy.
How your body just go missing when we want it? All right, let's move on.
Wait a minute. Was it already buried or did he do what's going on?
No, they wanted to examine and the body was already gone.
Where was the body supposed to be at? The morgue or?
Yeah. Where you examine bodies.
And they went there and the body was.
Yeah, the body was gone. Yeah.
This is a white person?
This means a white person. The dude who shot Trump.
Well, they said that's not the real shooter too.
Maybe not.
If you're not investing in stock, you're running the rat race and not playing the game. Politicians, LA make $100K. They have millions in their amount stocks.
Well, yeah, we saw how
Wow.
Nancy Pelosi made all her money insider trading.
RP to the mother. No, not interested. Conspiracy confirmed. The lawsuit of DeSantis versus Disney was hilarious. The part of Disney having King Charles III and his descendants was too funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying he's not the real shooter now.
Well, now they're saying that. But now they're saying that the body of a 20-year-old who tried to assassinate former Trump was gone when Representative Higgins, tried to inspect it as part of an investigation to the shooting. Congressman revealed in a preliminary investigation report. Thomas Matthew Crooks was shot dead, Louisiana Republican who was on a House task force investigating the shooting details some of his findings after a 3-day trip to Butler earlier in August. So, yeah. Conspiracy. Let's move forward. Another quick headline I was going to get into. Officials probe why robbers... Go ahead.
There no non-African American should represent that position.
Official probe why robbery suspects had gun of ex-LA officer involved in 2013 shooting spree. Now, I remember him. This is, what's his name? Christopher Donner. He's the one that was getting janked by the police, so he decided to just go at all of them and kill some police officers. Ended up in that cabin where they blew him up, by the way.
That's a scene from Dexter.
Yeah, it's crazy. Why does some robbery suspects have his guns? Why do they have his guns? I would imagine after he was killed, they took all his property and put it in evidence. So how did his guns end up on the street by some robbery suspects?
That body is ash gone.
You hear me?
Hear what now?
How did his guns end up on the street with some robbery suspects? Because I'm sure when they killed him, they went and confiscated all his belongings and put it in evidence.
Somebody took it out of evidence.
So, I mean, cops, who we know are part of gangs in LA especially, took his guns and gave it to some criminals on the street. So
that was pretty dumb on their part.
Strange case.
Maybe they thought the guns would never be confiscated or brought back and nobody would ever be able to trace them. I don't know.
But yeah, Kamala isn't a foundational black.
Look at Ann Coulter showing out for the blacks again.
No, she didn't. She's talking bullshit. I'm gonna play what she said. Hold on.
Freedom of association.
Same place all the drugs.
Was
they
to
get
make up for the
confiscated. Go.
That's true.
You said they give out the drugs too.
Yeah, that's true. No, the police don't give out the drugs. They do the drugs and sell them.
Oh.
We know a lot of these police officers are on cocaine, coke, smoke all type of drugs, heroin.
Slinging a rock, selling a rock.
Yeah, pretty sure most of them on that fent now. So, yeah.
Myth.
Of slavery and Jim Crow. So unless these benefits are going to, roughly defined, foundational black Americans, the descendants of American slaves, you've taken away the whole purpose of this. And that is exactly what's happened once we got this huge load of immigrants. Now,
she started off saying that Kamala isn't foundational black American, yada, yada, yada.
Back in.
And she quickly turned this topic into white men being oppressed. Watch.
A Thai who arrived on Wednesday will get an advantage applying to college, applying to corporations over a heterosexual white male in particular.
Now listen to that.
Hold on.
This white woman.
What did JJ do?
This white woman, allegedly, the one who's taking Soul Pole, still make sure that when she's on TV.
Is that a new name?
That's what they said last week.
Oh.
Still make sure that when she's talking about policies and stuff that affect her community, she still makes sure she puts the white man on a platter.
Stand by your man.
So even though she over here doing what she do, politics wise and for her community, for her nation, she's still defending her head man. You see that?
Who you trying to talk to in the comment section?
I'm not talking to nobody in the comment section.
It's the biggest hate group, but any white American and all of the civil rights laws have been, and affirmative action and so on, have been twisted into just anti-white hatred and open, egregious discrimination.
Egregious.
So
Peckerwood falling off, pun intended.
The point that Kamala isn't a foundational black American. I'm always pointing out to black people, hey, have you noticed Indians are getting all the good diversity jobs? What did we do to Indians? We didn't enslave them. I mean, most of these immigrants coming in, 90% of legal immigrants are from the third world.
Legal?
And mostly we've just run around saving them from earthquakes and tornadoes and coups and starvation. They owe us. We don't owe them.
Wait a minute.
Damn.
We got tornadoes that come here too.
That's crazy.
He put his hand up.
I'm anti-white. What you say?
I don't care about her wink and nod to her base at the end as long as my message is being spreaded appropriately.
You got to pay attention to what people are saying. Just because she's in the midst of her knitting her
In
quilt.
the midst of it all.
She's knitting her quilt, and she might put a few black pieces of black yarn in the middle of it, but it's still a white quilt.
Yeah.
You shouldn't stand by that really, because she's not really making you the focal point. She's still saying white people are being discriminated against. And this whole rant.
Yeah.
She didn't say nothing that was affecting you. She just said they're using you to discriminate us.
But to switch from the concept of integration and civil rights for Black Americans to this BS-y diversity, it's nothing but discrimination against white people.
Discrimination.
And that point should be made not just to, as I think Trump is always thinking, oh, he's going to win the black vote. He's not going to win the black vote. You ought to do things because they're the right thing to do, not because this is an appeal to black people. Like,
you see what the woman who running for office in Atlanta, the white Republican, the female, she said, if I win, I'm going to immediately end Young Thug's case.
Oh.
Or a trial, I mean.
But she ain't going to win. So we really expect justice in a country that was built on corruption and murder. We are truly crazy.
Exactly.
I follow black men into the red pill spaces, and all I learned was that white men are oppressed the most. It might be true. I recall seeing a lot of good black men, educated, high earners.
Well, their image has fallen.
Birth rate is falling. They're panicking.
If you've always been at the top and now you're a little bit less at the top, people look at you as oppressed. So when dudes say, when you look at the feminist movement, all those type of movements that's been going on the last 10 years especially, the face of the attack, yes, has been Caucasian men. But nothing changed about where they can move in society.
When they were walking around talking about a fucking blood and soul, I knew that shit was over. The Boondocks had it right about Ann Coulter. They did.
Yeah,
And JJ.
Releasing criminals. He thinks he's going to get the black vote by being soft on crime. Anyway.
JJ, get your black ass over here.
Not only to point out.
Anyway, we heard what she said. So Ann Coulter said that. A lot of people was cheering for it. Like, oh, wow, she's speaking on Foundation of Black American. I'm like, well, she's only using it to point out discrimination against
I've been exposing the red pill lately. Yeah, Duke, this is the compromise. We tried, and we don't give a fuck as long as the message is being spread. Next topic.
All right. I guess we just live with what we got. All right. I want to show President Trump's, he said his 20 core promises to make America great again. He said, number 1, seal the border and stop the migrant invasion. Would you agree with that?
Yes. I'm anti-oppressor. They come in many shades, but don't. Europeans are the engineers of colonization globally.
Yes, yeah. Which is funny because he said we didn't do anything to Indians. It's like, y'all colonized Indians too.
Indians colonized people. They put people in. They did some shit to people too.
Who?
They did something to somebody.
Who?
Nigga, leave me alone.
No, who did? I'm asking you, what the hell you talking about? Who did something? Who?
Leave me alone.
All right.
Let me be at peace.
Number 2, carry out the largest deportation operation in America in history. 3, end inflation and make America affordable again. 4, make America the dominant energy producer in the world. By far, they were energy efficient America, energy dependent under Trump, at least for the most part. So now that's not a thing. Go ahead.
Paul Mooney joked about white is the new black. Birth rate is being aided by black men, and brilliantly, their amount of single white baby mamas is crazy. They Goffle, the immigrants. Thanks for the cheap labor. Now fuck off.
Honorable, let's not talk about babies. We already talked about this before. Stop outsourcing to turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. 6, large tax cuts for workers and no taxes on tips. 7, defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, yada, 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 freedom of speech. 8, prevent the World War III, restore peace in Europe and in the Middle East, and build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over our entire country, all made in America. 9, end the weaponization of the government against the American people. 10, stop the migrant crime epidemic, demolish the foreign drug cartels, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. Now, 10, is Trump not calling for a war on the cartel right there?
Kind of so.
It says demolish the foreign drug cartels.
He fucking with the money.
Yeah, that ain't gonna go well. I don't think. 10, rebuild our cities, including Washington D.C., making them safe, clean, yada yada yada. 10, strengthen and modernize our military, making it without question the strongest, yada yada yada. 13, keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency. So you're gonna try to work out a deal with Saudi Arabia, I guess. Fight for and protect Social Security. Cancel the electric vehicle mandate that's going on all across the country in multiple states. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content. 17, keep men out of women's sports. 18, deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe. Secure our elections.
And patriotic again.
19, secure our elections, including same-day voting, voting identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. And 20, unite our country by bringing it to a new record level of success. Are you supporting of Trump's message and his 20 things he says he's going to make sure he gets done?
That ain't bad. You telling lies, Honorable. False energy appearing real. Can't believe we got a black feminist in the chat. Lies. Who at Uncle? There's a biracial project happening right before your eyes, and the male group most represented is black men.
Oh, that can't be true.
It's an epidemic in Seattle for sure.
No, I'm saying it can't be true that black men have the most biracial kids because white men. Who is it? Is it Hispanic men or something that date out more? One of those demographics date out more. So it can't be.
You know the statistics based on what group of men date out more outside their race?
Yeah.
Do you have that available to pull it up?
No.
Okay.
That can't be true. That just can't.
Why you feel like that can't be true?
Yeah, Asian
lies.
Women, Asian women are the main ones that date out, and who do they date out with?
White males. So
they have to have the most babies. It's impossible for black men to be the most represented in out.
Hold on,
babies.
Asian men date out. Date
Women.
more outside their race too.
Women.
She's talking about men. She's not talking about women.
Who they having babies with? White men.
men.
So it's white men. It would have to be white men are the main ones having the kids outside their race.
I can't be a qualifier. I don't.
All right. A National Black Farmers Group says supporting GOP ticket is off the table after J.D. Vance's attack.
Did he come back and apologize?
I don't know. Said a lot of things during his Sunday morning media blitz, but one of the comments has received far less attention than the others. Vance described a federal program that has distributed the $2 billion to mostly black farmers who experience discrimination as disgraceful, suggesting that it's racist against white people. J.D. Vance.
I don't know why Trump chose him.
I think Trump need to get rid of J.D. Vance. Like it's just not doing him any favors at all.
You know, there's literally a site called blackfacts.com. Is it ran by black people? Sad I got motherfuckers. This is in the chat. Blackfacts.com.
Yeah, I think they gotta get rid of J.D. Vance, man.
He should get rid of him. Too late.
I don't know. He might got to bucket because he's just not helping him. Every time he says something, it's just like shut the fuck up.
Olympics needs to be every 2 years if you want to see more patriotism in America.
Oh yeah. So,
Hispanics is white race in America.
Well, how about Asian? All right. I'm not going to show this one. Ousted New York Representative Jamal Bowman now begging for cash to pay off campaign debts.
He the one that lost, right?
Yes. The outback.
Who was he begging for to pay his
supporters?
Shit off?
Hey, y'all need some money to pay this debt off for this campaign that I ran that I lost. He overextended himself.
He should have gone to Tulsi.
Well, he went to Tulsi to get his debate ready for Kamala Harris. You think Tulsi would have been a good pick?
I've heard nothing bad about her, like
from the Republican side at least, because the Democrats definitely say something negative.
They call her a fake
Democrat
war veteran.
Yeah,
she's just a fucking nurse that goes over there and.
Oh, they're accused of supporting one of those dictators over there. Yeah.
Trump thought he was gonna Trump thought he was going to go against Biden. Probably thought easy walk. Don't need a legit VP.
Wait, did they announce that Biden is stepping down after he chose JD Vance?
No, he did that before. Trump
I'm
didn't
saying.
announce his VP until after Biden stepped down.
Okay, yeah, all right. Go ahead.
But Asian women may date out a lot, but ain't have that most children in America. Still barely represented until aided by the black men are attacking us narrative.
No, they have the most children. Go ahead.
Man, get out of here, Brindley. Get out of here. First you said blackfacts.com. Now you bringing some other shit up.
That's black demographic. That's it.
Okay. Can you swap out a VP pick? Has this happened before? Yes, you can.
I don't know if anybody's ever did it this late. I agree with Keeper, but you might got to do it. But it shows that you're
if
not.
we go to the black, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
If we go to the black demographics.com, then we still need to go to the other ones to compare.
No, the black demographics is disproving the stuff he was saying.
Is it going to show the other races of people too, or just black?
Yeah,
right?
it's where black people rank amongst these people. It's not just only black. It's showing where black people rank, and there's all these
Then
markets.
why call it
amongst them.
blackdemographics.com?
Because
I'm thinking only black.
It's from the perspective of black people.
Can it be trusted if it's from the perspective of black people?
Damn. See, if you're gonna say that, then fuck it. Go ahead.
Okay, Kevin Sims used
Jamal
that website.
Bowman. Jamal Bowman, honorable. He's the one that's asking for money.
Kevin Sims used that website.
Yeah, he's the one that came. Yeah.
Real shit never don't lie. Men and women do.
All right, let me show this now. African CDC. We supposed to talk about this last week, so look at this. It got worse since then.
Definitely man lying.
Look at her. Africa CDC likely to declare Mpox.
It's no longer called monkeypox. It's called Mpox because it's derogatory towards the Africans.
Public health emergency next week. Let me show this because it's getting worse and worse. It
But
seems.
their monkeypox ain't got nothing to do with the faggy shit. That was just in the West that it turned into that for some reason.
I don't know.
Why did it turn to that in the West? But in Africa, it's just.
Well, there's people that believe that it's a created.
Yeah.
Created
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. We at war, black people.
Why a growing Mpox outbreak has the world worried again? I remember when we saw that monkeypox and those people were posting videos of themselves. Oh my God. I was like, if that starts spreading like COVID, people going to get them jabs more. Ain't no way in hell. Oh, it looked like lesions on them. It was lesions on them. It was bad. Amid a surge of cases in Africa, the WHO and African CDC are considering declaring emergency. The U.S. CDC is urging doctors to be alert. And look at this one, UK monkeypox hotspot mapped as experts reveal how latest deadly strain will likely land on British shores after WHO declares global emergency. Let's keep moving. This is 2 days ago. First case of a more dangerous Mpox found outside of Africa. Go ahead.
Really, Duke, what percentage of the U.S. population is Asian? How are they having the most children? That honor goes to white Latinx. Y'all not racist yet?
It's not just the percentage. We talked about this already, man.
You should have just left it alone. You knew this was what it was going to turn into.
We talked about it.
Well, she's saying
she's trying to go based off of what is it, per capita. I'm not using per capita.
Oh,
no. When people say if it's a bigger population and you compare it to a smaller population, the white people say that. Well, per capita. I'm not being the white dude in this situation. I understand what you're saying. It's just the main group doing it, and the most babies is out of that demographic. But yeah.
They just tested free vaccines last year in Africa. 1 year later, boom.
Exactly. Sweden detects Mpox variant for the first time outside of Africa. The discovery comes a day after the World Health Organization declared the viral illness is an international health emergency.
Wait a minute. You did that?
Yeah. I didn't do it. I'm not doing
it. Why did you say that?
Because I thought I was going to do it the next day.
Okay.
You can.
What? For an example, a man lying, Duke definitely lied about coming back on the next day last week.
I just didn't.
Why didn't you come back?
I ended up just not doing it.
Okay.
All right. This is from like 2 weeks ago, or a week ago or something. Miss South African contestant with Nigerian ties pulls out amid nationality row. Wait, what the? Okay, there you go. So there was a woman who's Nigerian in Mozambique running for Miss South Africa. The South Africans found out that her mom was a fraud and faking her identity, stole it from somebody else. So they kicked her out of the pageant, and she ran to Nigeria to do it. But look at this. This is who ended up winning Miss South Africa.
Wow. Well, why am I saying wow? I'm not shocked. They never tested in Europe.
South Africans said, we will have anybody win except a Nigerian.
Nigerians got a bad rep. There are not more Asians in America than blacks, and that's with all of them combined. There's a hell of a lot of them here in the Northwest.
Look at it. This is all the women who won Miss South Africa from 2000 to 2009. You see a pattern?
You got an Indian,
white,
a colored,
a black here, there.
That's an Indian.
That one?
No.
Talking about this one?
Joan.
Oh yeah.
And the colored is
that one right there, Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum.
Then these the other ones. Hold on. This is from 2010 to 2018.
Well, there are white people in South Africa.
Why they don't want the Nigerians to represent their beauty, man? We gotta show that. What's this? Anybody going to the last? No, we'll show that some other time. All right.
White mice are created in labs and not normal in nature. Hence, all these drugs are tested on their skin type, not ours. This is blasphemy.
That's true. All right, Republican who said women are too mouthy wins Minnesota State primary. He's a former NBA player. He always, anytime he get a chance to get a platform, you know who back he makes sure he kick in? LeBron James. He makes sure he kicks his back in every chance.
Wait, during his Senate race, he was talking shit about LeBron?
No, I don't know about doing his Senate race, but every time he's on like a platform or podcast or something, he makes sure he kicks his back in.
And that motherfucker LeBron.
Go ahead.
Being differences in birth rate among racial and ethnic groups in the United States, according to the Pew Research Center, minorities defined as anyone who is not single, race, non-Hispanic, white. She not letting this go. So what I don't understand. If you don't want to go there with her, then don't bring the shit up, because she ain't gonna let it go.
I already said it.
Jesus. Continue. Made up 50.4% of the population younger than 1 in 2011 among major non-Hispanic groups. A share for whites with 49.6%, for blacks 13.7%, and for Asians 4.1%. Additionally,
she gonna give you all of
continue.
it.
Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander women had the highest fertility rate in the U.S. in 2021, while Asian white couples face a distinct pregnancy risk. So what race of man you want, Honorable? She want that Puerto Rican. I told y'all.
Oh, what's that character name from that TV show back in the day? With Malik Yoba?
Oh, you talking about, or you want... They watched Undercover.
The Undercover Cop. That's it.
Undercover Cop. The Puerto Rican.
So the fact that he won his race is kind of funny. Ex-NBA player Royce White has a history of incendiary remarks about women, Jewish people, and others. He also made a video where he was pointing out how this country is sending money to other countries and using the money from not helping American citizens. He actually compared it to the welfare system. I think Honorable said that once, where she was like, who's the real welfare queen if you're sending billions of dollars to Israel, Ukraine, all these other countries, and that you're complaining about a citizen of this country benefiting from the safety net that exists? All right, let me... You know?
Go ahead.
Oh,
At this point, it's a marathon, not a race. RIP Nipsey. You support Nipsey? My family prides itself on dating and marrying within our ethnicity. Hi, at On Code, I'm African American. Big African American. Are Pacific Islander considered part of the Asian community? Yes, they are.
That's why they created API, whatever they call it. Yeah, they created Asian Pacific Islander. All right, Kamala Harris rolls out agenda. 6K tax credit for newborns, 25K subsidy for first-time home buyers. You see this one?
Yes, I saw it.
So for anybody who has a new child, you get a 6K tax credit for a newborn. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people like that. Now, the 25K subsidy for first-time home buyers, people started saying that she said first-generation home buyers. That's the first term she used. And when she said that, people thought she was talking about people who just got into the country. But she was talking about the generation of the people who bought a home the first time in their family.
Eddie Torres. Or woman, bitch, don't make me hate you for life. Puerto Rican is not a race. They are white.
There's some black Puerto Ricans.
There are Afro Puerto Ricans.
There's some native Puerto Ricans.
There are biracial Puerto Ricans. There are Jewish Puerto Ricans.
So the 25K subsidy for first generation or first time home buyers, you think that's decent?
That ain't doing shit.
Now I heard people say, now I'm not a person who's into the retail, not retail, the realtor, real estate
Housing market.
real estate market. But I heard people saying that if you do that, it'll just increase the prices. If anybody can get in on the full 25K subsidy, then people gonna charge more for the houses.
True.
So in order to defeat them charging more, you have to build more houses.
So nothing specifically for black people.
No.
Well, she already told you what she doing.
So if she do this, she's gonna have to also make sure that more homes are being built, or else the housing prices are gonna skyrocket. But now the 6K tax credit for newborns, people said they definitely would enjoy that.
And Seattle, Washington has the second highest housing market in the United States outside of, I think it's San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, San Francisco, of course.
We're the second. I don't think the first time buyer is for us. So,
well, no.
Yeah, it ain't.
When she said first time generation, I don't think she meant immigrant. She meant first person in your family lineage to buy a home. First time home buyers. But people definitely took it and ran with it the other way. All right, let me show this.
I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people.
I'm seeing a lot of people who are, I'm just going to read this. I'm not going to show it. This dude said, I've been voting since 18. You mean to tell me that in the history of this country, there's a black woman, HBCU graduate, not rooted in pretentious Ivy League pedigree, that has a real shot at the White House in 80 days? And y'all want me to ignore that? I have black daughters.
Pretentious.
It's literally identity politics. And we about to go deeper into the war that now exists between the Palestinians and the Kamala Harris supporters. The Kamala Harris supporters are sick of it. Harris zeroes in on high food and housing prices, and inflation plays a big role in the road campaign. So she's now starting to give some form of policies.
Okay, what is she doing? No such thing as Afro Puerto Ricans. Prove me wrong. Google it. Go look it up, Honorable. That's what you do.
All right, let me show this. Oh, economic policy draws on Biden White House alums Brian Dentz and Mike Pyle. You know who they work for?
No.
BlackRock. So her economic plan or economic policy, she's getting help from the BlackRock affiliates that Biden was working with.
They buying up buildings here in Seattle too, BlackRock.
Yeah, they are. Hold on, I wanted to.
How hard has inflation?
I got rid of the picture. EYL, Earn Your Leisure is working with BlackRock. They did an interview sitting down, so they're sponsored by them, I guess. And it was somebody else. It was a black person, somebody else who was working with. Oh, what's the guy's name?
Ostensibly.
Haynes the Third.
Don't know for sure.
The musician Haynes. You know that movie that the movie that Low Down and Dirty Shame was based off of?
I didn't know Low Down Dirty Shame was based off of something.
The dude, Samuel Jackson played this character. He wore all black, bald head. Shaft. Who was the original Shaft?
I'm a bad mother. What? He died, didn't he? Isaac Hayes?
Isaac Hayes the Third.
Yeah.
He's working with BlackRock.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that already.
And he's a super Hillary supporter. He was talking shit. He was a great
BlackRock stock, hot as fish grease.
It definitely is.
I think we should stop using the term black immigrants and instead say Caribbean immigrant / African immigrant.
All right. Definitely separation.
I only
yeah.
I don't call him black, Mark Gordon. If Kamala becomes president, the HIB visa needs to end.
Let me show. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson thought that he got a
H-1B visa needs to end.
Dr. Umar Johnson thought that he got a message from Kamala Harris's team. And it read, "Hello, Dr. Umar Johnson. From the Harris 2024 team. You are a big part of the black community. Can you help us by completing a Zoom meeting with VP Kamala Harris, paying, apparently it was $10,000. We are looking for about an hour of your time. Please advise if you would like to complete the Zoom call. Your help is just across the first finish line."
I know when he woke up and saw this shit, he was just laughing.
He said, "Peace and Pan-Africanism. I hope that all is well. I'm not interested in your money. However, I am very interested in having a Zoom conversation with Vice President Harris to discuss our needs and her plans for the black community. This Zoom must be live casted to the national black community and may not be pre-recorded. I promise to be completely respectful in the Vice President, but I would ask direct questions about miseducation, mass incarceration, police brutality, economic strangulation, gentrification, migrant crisis, reparations, and the need for a federal anti-black hate crimes bill." And then he went on to make a video.
Black vote ain't for sale no more. Black vote ain't for sale. We bartering on business.
Now, keep in mind, a lot of people
on business.
A lot of people, along with me, believe that this is a spam account. This is not really.
Did she come out and say she did not?
She ain't said nothing.
Then we got to take it as she might have did. She ain't come out and said she came out and
denounced Casanat
and said she never
on Casanat's
asked for that.
platform. Casanat said it on a live stream with 100,000 people that went viral. Him saying that, so she had to respond. Dr. Umar's might go viral and get talked about, but it's not in front of a whole bunch of people right now.
It don't matter. If she didn't reach out to him, she should come out and say I did not reach out. It looks bad if she doesn't take him up on his offer.
Well, she didn't say she didn't reach out to Kai. Her team came out and said we didn't reach out to him. Yeah. So.
Team, her, whoever.
Yeah. So you think they should say it? Or does it not matter?
Yes, they need to say something.
We standing on business. Bring us some tangibles or get out of my face. Ricky Smiley, I love you. But crying on the radio for Kamala Harris, my brother, that's an all-time low. Don't do that again, Ricky.
Ricky Smiley, oh my God. You ever see what he did?
No,
crying and wailing.
Van Jones again?
It was worse. It was so bad, it had Kwame Brown talking about
Kwame talk about anything nowadays.
He was kicking his back in. It was bad. It was bad. Go ahead.
There's nothing to be gained by white individuals claiming to be Afro-Puerto Rican in America. Can you Google Pew Research measuring the racial identity of Latinos and put it on the screen? You said there's no such thing as Afro-Puerto Ricans.
Oh, she mean in America, I guess. How many of them identify as black on their birth certificate?
I'm not just talking about in America.
I mean in Puerto Rico, yeah.
In Puerto Rico itself.
There are melanated, dark Puerto Ricans.
The crazy part is foreign investors don't care who the president. They can be bought. This is theater for the clown Negroes and white folks.
Exactly, and it's identity politics. I'm going to go deeper into that. Where
Tricky Smiley.
No one really cared. Go ahead.
Umar thought the African American nonsense had finally taken off with its DMs. Dr. Umar Johnson.
Dr. Umar, don't disrespect me.
So disrespectful.
But this whole thing is just people want her in because they want to identify with her. All right, let me move forward. I'm gonna play this now.
Inflation hit you? It hit me hard. It's hitting me hard.
What do you blame for it?
I blame the federal government at this point. If a working class mom who works as a paralegal cannot buy a $2 bell pepper because it's now $5, imagine a mother living on food stamps. Imagine a mother who's making minimum wage trying to feed children.
This economy is kicking people's ass, man. All right, let me, you did go. Now they're working with BlackRock. They're sponsored by him. And then Isaac Hayes III. He's been pretty bad, too. And he was a super Drake defender.
Now this ain't got nothing to do with a man being a Drake defender.
I'm sorry, I
You
had to
just a
bring it up.
Kendrick Lamar stan at this
He
point.
was a super Drake defender. He was defending how you not say he's not black, he's biracial, but he's black. All this other stuff. It was crazy.
Look at him, Umar. They just Umar. Schools open never worry. 31st, 30, 36. Umar, y'all just something else.
All right, so I'm sure y'all seen it. That girl it was a woman or an Arab woman on TikTok who was going in on the Kamala supporters, basically saying y'all need to hold her accountable because you need to ask her to end what's going on in with the Israel-Palestine conflict. And so now the black people are now saying, because she's saying that basically they're calling it anti-black because she asked them to hold their politicians, black people, accountable. So this person said, I had MAGA people follow me who never flinched at all my anti-America posts. I am an open communist who calls for revolution, they was okay with that. I advocated for reparations for black Americans. They never bothered them. It wasn't until I called out the hostile foreign state of Israel that I crossed the line of MAGA types. The American First movement is truly embarrassing. Now, you can
hold on for a second. I only care about what's happening in America, and Pew Research shows that the Puerto Ricans outside the U.S. also identify as white. Now, I went on Pew Research, and it says, this is from May 2nd, 2022, about 6 million U.S. adults identify as Afro-Latino. In 2020, Afro-Latino Americans made for about 2% of the U.S. adult population and 12% of the adult Latino population.
So it's from 2020 to 2020, from 2020 to 2022, it went up to 12%, or it stayed at 6%?
It says Afro-Latina Americans made up 2% of the population, of the U.S. adult population, and 12% of the adult Latino population.
Okay. Yeah. But his message was, so we saw, what's his name? Jamal Bowman and what's his name lose their political standing because they went against Israel.
Yes.
And people immediately said, well, mind your business, focus on black stuff, stop worried about what's going on in other countries, that's what you get, yada, yada,
They
yada.
can't.
Isn't that kind of the same thing happened to Martin Luther King? I mean, he didn't get smoked until he started talking about the war.
Well, he got out of his lane.
Yeah.
Got out of character.
So is that righteous?
What's righteous?
To speak about anything going on in the world that you think is wrong? Or should you...
I think you should just focus on your community.
So getting killed because I spoke on righteousness outside of my community is fair. Now, I'm not saying you're justifying it, but you think that's, hey, it is what it is. Because he's saying that he's never had as much backlash until he started speaking on this.
Yo, fam, I want y'all to check out what Vlad had to say about foundational black Americans. He's sitting here with one of the major plantation bucks walking his earth, D.L. Hughley, right? But listen to what Vlad had to say about FBA and how he keep trying. Him and DL, they keep trying to say Kamala Harris is a black woman. So
Graphic in America.
Check this out.
Is biracial people.
Yeah, makes sense.
Biracial people.
Yeah.
So I think they have a different estimation of what that looks like. Because I was, like a lot of people didn't think, I didn't know America would have this kind of reaction to the first female black president.
I mean, Obama's biracial. Kamala's biracial.
Yeah.
And I really just don't like the whole foundational black America movement. You know, Tariq Nasheed was just on my show. And I understand it, and I respect it, but I just...
Once again, why do other races of people think they have an authority to speak on what's going on amongst us? It's so crazy.
Why would we care about what DJ Vlad thinks about?
But the crazy part of the deal, you can just sitting there letting them say something.
I don't really like it.
Why?
To try to wear...
No, you pulling up what you want to... Am I pulling up what I want to pull up, or is that not what it says right there? When I typed in Afro Puerto Rican.
Hold on, let me put this on the screen. Send me what you put. Send to it. Can you send it?
All you got to do is type in www.pewresearch.org. What she gave you, that's where I went to.
Hold on, y'all. Cause y'all going.
This is not even that serious. You know you're wrong. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass. I'm just like that's what it says on there.
It's racing what?
I don't know. We can't see what it says.
No,
at
what
the
you
race.
put?
There it go, right there. All I type in was Afro Puerto Rican. There's and there's Daffy Duck here.
Hold on, y'all.
There's a clip from the Colbert Show where he asked a U.S. historian, "Is Obama black?"
Which one?
She said, "No. According to the U.S. law, you must be a direct descendant of the U.S. chattel slavery."
Let's see.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, that's it.
All right, here you go.
But that ain't what she want. She wants something that she sent you.
Afro-Latino identity is a distinct one, which deeply roots in colonial Latin America. As a result, it is often exists alongside a person's Hispanic, racial, or national origin identities. In 2020,
Hold up, I can see what she look over there. You can see what she put when you come up over there.
Yeah, right here it says, and in 2020, there were about 6 million Afro-Latino adults in the United States, and it made up about 2% of the U.S. adult population and 12% of the adult Latino population. Right there.
Oh, it's not even coming up no more.
It's right there.
Oh, it's still not showing.
I can't click this link because we have the comments on a separate screen.
Mark, post a link
to that clip.
Thank
him
you.
saying you have to be, what's it called?
You don't go to what I told you. Would that be response? That's a major Sambo. Vlad is married to a mutt and want to be able to claim her as black. That's why he mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I can't use that link because it's on a different screen. It's not on the same screen as the stream. She's still posting. I can't use that link. All right. Measuring the racial identity of Latinos. I'll do that. Hold on. Are measuring the racial identity of Latinos. You talking about this one?
Yeah, that's it. Measuring the racial identity.
The most widely employed method of measuring racial and ethnic identity from the U.S. Census Bureau.
It would be a more applicable discussion. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it would. Matter of fact, we're going to pause this. We'll talk about this next week. We'll pause this. I got the article now, or this Pew Research article. We'll speak about this next week.
I ain't speaking about shit next week.
Yeah. We got you, Honorable.
Measuring the racial identity of Latinos. What the fuck does that got to do with people identifying as Afro-Latino and being recognized,
I guess she's saying
such on the damn census?
I just went to the page. I saw it.
A line between, black Americans and black people from other countries who immigrated or their ancestors immigrated. Because obviously Kamala was born in America. Right. If you think about it, but Obama's not a foundational black American. His dad is African, Nigerian. I understand because we didn't call ourselves black, they did. We didn't tell ourselves. They told us who we were. They told us remember at one point in America, one drop of black blood made you black. And now
we got to stop following that shit, man. So that time is over.
People that made us black are telling us what black is. Right. So I can
So basically, I was just showing DJ Vlad. Hold on. Let me get this out of the way. It's funny because the article you looked up is actually more recent than the one she's trying to go to.
And scroll to yellow and brown chart and show the audience.
You talking about this?
Latinos, statistically, respectfully, they not us and we ain't them.
You talking about this,
Honorable?
Down
the chart.
Let me know if you're talking about this right here.
Oh, but y'all want them to be a damn babysitters and nannies and shit though. What happened to that? What happened to getting a Latino nanny babysitter? What is that still in the works?
Now, this little one right here, so I guess is the people who identify as Afro-Latino, and this right here is the ones that identify as white. But Honorable, his point is there are still
2% who identify as this.
He literally just read
they are
that.
not. I guess she's saying they are non-motherfucking factors.
He literally read that 2%, 6 million,
Well, you know,
identified as black.
I'm done.
He just said that.
I don't go back and forth. Can't stand DL.
All right.
Did we give Kiefer a shout out?
Yeah. Did we? Well, shout out to Kiefer.
You know, we
Still in-
really don't see her anymore, hear from her like we used to, because, you know, she's guarding.
I know who I am.
All right, let me
She's
play this
doing her
now.
garden, so.
Now, Kamala Harris ended up doing an interview with Uncle Luke. Let me play it.
I was raised
Hold
to
the link
have
works.
pride. I mean, I could go on and on about
Right,
who
right,
I am,
right,
right?
right.
But and who I was born as, not just who I became. It wasn't like some process of enlightenment. Like
Right.
this has not been a process of discovery for me. You know, in fact, I think the frustration is that other people want me to take them through their process of discovery.
Exactly.
About
Somebody said Uncle Luke dumbass don't know what she's talking about.
trying to understand it.
Right.
And it's a challenge. I mean, but this is look, all of us who have become the first, you know, part of the challenge is that people have their boxes about who people are. It's in their mind. They have this set of boxes, and they're trying to figure out which one do you fit into.
Not interview, Luke. What the
Right?
fuck?
But the number of boxes they have is limited
Negro, seriously
to whatever
pathetic.
they've seen before, usually. Right?
Yes, that chart.
And we're asking them to see something that they've not seen before, and then figure out where to put that. I might give you an example, because I have thought about this. If I use this phrase, just close your eyes for a moment and then think about what you see. The boy next door. For most of America, what does that look like? I know who.
The blackification, somebody said the blackification of Kamala Harris.
It's the summer. I'm enjoying the sun and floating in rivers and stuff. LOL. Can you
Kiefer
imagine her
said-
saying that?
Keefer said, a life.
That part, Kiefer.
Keefer said, a life. Thank
Well,
you.
Kiefer, we're now being referred to as
really
half-baked people.
Oh,
I just wanted to bring you up to speed on the new term that they're identifying us as. Half-baked people.
All right, let me play this, because now people are complaining about Kamala not doing interviews.
I have really been just very fascinated, maybe if you will.
She's
by this
still
whole-
going.
Cry about them raggedy ass 2%. I only care about them stealing our social capital earned gains.
Oh, Honorable Sienna. Oh, Honorable.
Yeah.
Listen, Honorable Sienna is a hell of a defense attorney.
You won. You already
She
beat it.
is going to be efficacious at her defense.
You read the words and she wanted the chart, and it was the same thing. 2%.
No, I you know, I lost.
Go ahead.
This wasn't even an interview. Word salad.
Well, yeah,
Facts keeper.
He was there just to be because he's been hardcore supporting her, and you know, he was just there to. Cause she's not doing no real interviews, taking questions, because she has the Hillary Clinton effect, which is every time she speaks, her numbers get worse. She says something that offends people. She's just not charismatic. She's just not. I'm be honest. She's not likable. So it is what it is.
Conversation happening around the vice president doing interviews, or
Is that
not
Simone
doing
Sanders?
interviews, or
Yeah.
not, hasn't held a press conference.
She on a do-rag.
And there are two camps of people. There's the people that are saying, I am glad the vice president is bypassing the legacy media. And let me tell you why they're wrong. The news is a part of shaping your public opinion. You learn things via interviews and journalists writing stories that are answers to questions you didn't even know you had. Some of y'all are doing TikTok videos as we speak based on something you saw on TV.
Anyway.
This man is known for pissing champagne on women, and he gets an interview before an established journalist. What a world. What world is this? There's also an article from the Salon from Deborah Dickerson called Colorblind that talks about black is from black descendants of U.S. Slavery.
What time it was, yeah.
Shout out to Thor.
Thor, what up?
controlling food prices is like setting a trap for disaster.
Yeah, people are comparing it to Venezuela, and they're saying that's basically communism. If you do that, you control prices of food. So
whatever.
Oh wait, no, read that one right quick.
You read it.
All right, Keeper is living a very demure summer lifestyle. We love that for her. Why is everybody using that term demure now? Demure, I don't know how you say it. It's like a I ain't never seen a word go viral.
Well, you know, every time Negroes come around a new word, they all start saying it, like obtuse.
Willfully obtuse. Nigga, 2 years ago,
they learn a word that they think nobody don't know, then everybody starts saying it.
Demure. All right.
Or you read in one of the papers, whether it be online, a digital or actual paper. There's another camp of folks, which is my media apparatus friends, my colleagues, and then really all the Republicans I know except like Michael Steele, who say it is malpractice that the vice president has not done a press conference and has yet to sit for an interview. Why are we acting like Joe Biden wasn't the nominee a month ago? You know, like usually through a campaign process.
All right, we got enough of her talking.
Winter's going to suck here in Washington. Try to make the most. It is. I thought they said it's not supposed to be
demure.
It's not going to be a bad winter this year. El Nino. I thought we were on I think it's El Nino. It's when it's not going to be a cold winter. It's going to be normal than what it normally is.
No, I don't think you're talking about that winter.
What you mean?
Hard times. Go ahead.
Is that a durag? That's what I said. Is
I
she
think
the
so.
car with a durag?
Yeah, I think she's like, fuck it.
Fishermen brave the sea, but they're forced to cover rising fuel and maintenance costs without charging more.
Yeah.
The shrimp are passed along the processing plants, then to distribution.
Them braces get your head. Distribution
centers, and finally the retailers, all under street prices limited. Even restaurants, the final stop, can't raise their prices. But here's the catch. If any links in the chain snap, the last ones in the line start losing money fast. This breeds hoarding and fuels a surge in black markets, an inevitable consequence. What do you think will happen when blacks turnout is low, when they use the same tactics, celebrities, in the next election?
Probably. That's the only way you know how to do things. But yeah, you think there's
inevitable.
Do you think there's a reason she's not doing interviews, other than the reason I said, obviously, the whole Hillary Clinton effect when she speaks?
Kamala is not going to do interview. Kamala's not going to do the debate until, like, the same way that Joe Biden did it last time. He gonna wait for right before the election to do the debate. Now, I could be wrong. That's why I don't like giving my opinion, because people be listening.
So the way Biden hid in the basement during the election season, Kamala is simply gonna do. She's gonna handpick who she sits in front of. So she's not gonna just disappear, but she's not gonna sit in front of people that people wanted to.
Controlling food prices is like setting a trap for disaster. Look at her.
She keep. Why is that word viral? Why is
very demure?
Yeah, demure.
Very mindful. Just sound funny. It was a white Latinx that made it go viral, and it was actually using it correctly. Love it.
I saw somebody talk shit about people who do that. Why the fuck are you learning words off a viral post? This is insanity. I was like, wow, you can't learn a word off the internet no more. But anyway,
keep us out here living a fab-just life.
All right.
Fab-just.
Also, I think it's kind of funny how we talked about this before. I think Trump backed out of a debate. Then he asked for the debate to come back. She turned that down, and they pushed it back. And like you said, I don't think she's going to do it until the last possible chance. Because now Trump is getting schooled by Tulsi, who ended Kamala's campaign last time.
Mm-hmm.
He went to her to be his debate strategist. So she's putting together his debate plan against Kamala. She said, I'm going to kill you twice.
Yeah, Tulsi's out here doing interviews.
Yeah.
And she talking shit about Kamala still.
Oh, yeah, she's still on her ass.
And she's saying Trump wasn't Travis, I'm listening through my speakers, and I hear my kids saying, this motherfucker can't read. Damn.
Michael.
That sounds like self-hatred and justification of white supremacy. And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a
BS.
racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to
BS.
intend racism to
No. You are
accomplish it.
intending that I
Your
am
disrespect
racist.
of
Appreciate that, Valiant.
is part and parcel of a tradition to disrespect.
Nigga want pretty tea.
Hold on. Now we're against fixing our smiles. What the hell going on?
Congresswoman,
why can't you just? I'm not calling you a racist. I'm saying what the practice is racist.
You absolutely are.
No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said,
I
didn't know.
So basically, she didn't say her name correctly. Instead of saying Kamala, she was saying Kamala or whatever. He's saying that disrespectful, yada, yada. She saw you accusing me of being racist. He then compares it to old Southern racism when you had black women being wet nurses for white women. I think that was a bit of a stretch to do for Harris. I don't know why you're comparing that to that as a bit of a stretch. But he's on his defense for her as well. I told you that woman right there, that black woman who run that show, she's about to elevate a little bit. They're putting her, any interview, anything, any talking point they want out, they're using her to do it.
Yes.
Oh, and skip that. Oh yeah, let me show this.
And you talking about me about some draft, and all of you white boys are breaking your neck to get to Switzerland and Canada and London. I'm not gonna help nobody get something my Negroes don't have. If I'm gonna die, I'll die now, right here fighting you. If I'm gonna die, you my enemy. My enemy is the white people, not Vietcongs or Chinese or Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
And also the infamous quote, "Ain't no Viet Cong ever called me nigga."
American liberals don't realise that the reason that the rest of the world has to give a shit about who comes into power there is because
people's
the
champ
rest of
forever.
the world suffers from America's foreign policy. But Kamala will at least improve domestic policies. She's been vice president for 4 years now. If she wanted to improve policies, she had the political influence to do so. Your country isn't shit because of a Democrat government. Liberals weaponizing anti-blackness to defend the US empire, all because they want a token ethnic president, who, by the way, was an ex-cop, the same people that are brutally murdering African Americans, is a choice. And let's not sit here and pretend like she cares about you or is going to do shit for ethnic minorities. Kamala is part of the system that you're fighting against. She's a sellout, just like every other token ethnic who gets into any position of American...
So does everyone went in? Go ahead.
Trump is a chess player for this move. Nothing but a memory game. Go get the chick that took her head off previously.
Exactly. Now, her point was obviously she's another token. Who cares? She's not gonna do anything for y'all. And us telling you not to vote for her, or at least hold her accountable, y'all calling us anti-blackness. So Kamala's team, I believe, because this kind of only been festering the last week or so, they're trying to use the whole black thing to shield her. So we asked a couple months ago, why do they want to consider her black? It's to shield her from the criticisms. They need that identity politics so that people can't go as hard on her. It's a shield like always.
Who's that black guy? He needs to read the room. We don't care about her name being spoken, produced correctly.
Yeah, that's Michael Eric Dyson. Michael Eric Dyson. He's the one, who was it? Was it Kenneth Owens that was saying he just used big words, but he not saying nothing?
Who did he say that to?
Kenneth Owens said it to him.
Oh.
So he just used big words, he not saying nothing.
Just happening to say that the CIA is scrolling on their phone, on their belly with their feet kicked up, twirling their hair, watching y'all do their work for them. Dear God, hey. They is giggling and sniggling, child, watching y'all do the work of destroying Black and Palestinian solidarity all by yourselves.
So I'm not going to show the whole video. She went on a whole rant, not a rant, but she went on the whole explaining what she believes the connection between Black and Palestinian revolution, and how this Arab woman saying what she said and y'all coming against her because y'all want to call her anti-black is destroying a connection. Now I'm going to show what they're saying.
Black people also wear a uniform and get on a plane and come to our countries and kill us.
What?
You vote the same fucking melanated fucking people into government that signed papers to kill us. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it. You are our colonizers. I do not want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm done.
So, we're colonizers.
This video, coupled with all of the other
No, I want to show the other one. Hold on. I want to show this last one. I just want to show this one. This it? Yeah.
To do your due diligence and pressure her into changing her policy on Israel.
Well. I understand you giving some of my sisters a hard way to go in a short time to get there. You know, you repeatedly in that video are telling women of color what to do. You might as well be standing there with a mustache, a beard, dick, balls, you know.
So being a black woman is a shield for other requests denied.
You repeatedly in that video are telling women of color what to do. You might as well be standing there with a mustache, a beard, dick, balls, you know, the whole white man thing. Because that's what it's giving. That's really what it's giving. We did what we could. Okay. Now it's time that we handle our own business. All right? Okay? Did what we could. Now it's time to take care of us.
So she's saying we donated some money to some of the stuff going on over there. We talked about it. We did some rallies for it. It's time for us to focus on us.
But you are wanting that we continue doing shit for somebody else. I understand, because that's what everyone does. Everyone fully expects us to handle their shit. Like 6, 7 different GoFundMes. Like, come on now. Come on. You know, and it's really rough for me because I'm like not a Christian like that. You know what I mean? So, no, I mean, ain't got but 4 cheeks. Can't turn but so much. So I'm out.
Fuck is she talking about?
There's
I'm lost for
person
real.
Oh, I'm gonna get to it.
That needs to be attended to. Now, if possible, we'll get back to you. But not right now.
Basically, she's saying, fuck what's going on in Palestine. We got to worry about her here in America. We need our abortion rights. We need this and that, what they call voting protection rights. We can't let Trump get in office. We're voting for a quote-unquote black woman in office. Whatever y'all got going over there, it got to be put on the back burner because we got stuff to worry about for our own nation. Which is
Shout
funny.
out to Rich Potato.
Oh, what up?
I wasn't going to say nothing, but me too, brilliant. I didn't hear that, dude.
That's what she's saying when she says we got to worry about what's going on over here. She's saying we did GoFundMes, we did all of this. Now it's time for us we got to worry about us. We'll get back to y'all. And y'all trying to tell us, she's talking about women of color or black women, what to do over here. So basically, you have this politically active black women on the internet are separating from the Palestinian movement now. They're saying, fuck it, we don't care. I probably should have sped it up for y'all, though.
You cannot trick me. You cannot trick me.
So basically, they're choosing identity politics over foreign politics. Geopolitical stuff. They're like, we don't care. We're America. Which is the opposite of what said about Martin Luther King. Old buddy who just said he gets more backlash talking about Israel versus black topics. those black active women on social media are saying we're moving on. Once you tell us not to vote for Kamala, we're moving on now. We're done.
All bets are off.
Yeah, it's over now. You're done. And I'm gonna just run through these last
It doesn't
stories.
resonate. She can't keep them jewels.
All right, Israel
keep
critic
them jewels.
squad member Ilhan Omar wins Minnesota Democratic primary. So she won. You know why? She kept her Somali base. She went to Somalia. She's saying this is a Somalia problem. Remember she did all that stuff?
Yeah.
She strengthened her base by talking about her base. Even though she was doing all the stuff about Israel too, she focused on her base, and her base came out and still voted for her. Why didn't the other squad members, I think they Black American. Are they Black? Is Jamal Bowman Black American?
I don't know.
Cori Bush is.
I don't know.
Should have moved like her. All right, what is this? Yada. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but they was talking, now the colonizer thing, you know what they brought up as a proof that Black Americans are colonizers?
What's the proof?
Liberia. But they said it wasn't just Black Americans that went there, apparently. It was a lot of Caribbeans that went there, and obviously a very small amount.
So she's for Kamala or not? I need to know.
She's very much pro Kamala. She's saying fuck Palestine because she's pro Kamala. We can move past all this. How long this episode? Sorry, y'all. I guess go ahead and get up out of here. We don't went through all of it.
Hey, brilliant. Hey, brilliant.
So
Rich Potato. Hey, that's Rich. We seen Rich Potato. How you doing, Rich Potato?
Yeah, I think we seen.
Fuck Kamala. Yeah, that's her, Rich Potato.
Okay.
Oh, Rich Potato don't fucking play. You see Rich Potato?
But yeah, so basically, if Black Americans in bulk vote for Kamala Harris, we are acting as colonizers as everybody else. And the Black women, the older Black generation is saying, well, fuck y'all then. Fuck you. You're on your own. So there's a lot going on in the next 2 weeks. We'll see. Have you seen any of those videos what's going on in Israel, by the way?
No, I haven't.
You lucky. It's
you been watching them?
No, you know how when you're on social media, it just pops up sometimes. And I'm surprised Twitter even allowed that type of gruesome stuff to just come up. Well, I shouldn't, because they let porn just come up. So, but yeah, they've shown some very.
Hey, I've been missing y'all, lady, but I'm back. Oh, crackling ass heifer.
You still think she can win?
Or lady, y'all stay blessed. Who?
All right, Mark.
No, Kamala can't win. She done.
You think it's because of Tosi or
dude?
The
she
honeymoon?
Done.
All right, that's the last comment. We're gonna get up out of here.
It's funny how African Americans were shamed for voting the way we voted for years, and now all the educated goofies are picking solely because someone went to HBCU and claims a Black father. Yeah. She gonna win. She's not gonna win.
I don't know. We'll see. That debate gonna say everything. When they finally debate, if Trump do what he can do, I think she has no chance. But it can go left too. Anyway, before you get ready to get out of here, we're gonna go ahead and just let y'all go. We kept you long enough. Been 3 hours. Long enough episode. We got a lot of stuff off. You got any last words for the people?
Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, and we appreciate the support.
Oh, last one.
Liberia again. I hate that shit. The fight had more to do with Caribbean and that 12K that volunteered to go there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
She got that Obama effect on Black folk.
Well, maybe where you are, you probably
Kamalizer.
You might be seeing it a lot more than what we're seeing it. So maybe it's a lot more than what we think. But anyway, we're gonna let y'all go. Be sure to like it on your way out. Share it if you can. Please like it. And as always, man, y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. And peace, man.